From elusive predators and prey to paranormal Bigfoot sightings, we capture it all on camera and bring it straight to your screen. So, sit back, relax, and let's get started. Skunk Ape. This specific clip, which has been circulating for ages, purportedly captures a Florida skunk ape running swiftly through the Everglades' tall grass. This has never been explicitly explained what the creature in this video is. According to reports, the skunk ape lives in swamps, woodlands, and other wilderness places, mostly in Florida and the southeastern United States. The skunk ape is characterized as a big, hairy bipedal creature that is up to 400 pounds in weight and between 6 and 8 feet tall. It is reported to have brown or reddish fur. The moniker skunk ape comes from its distinctive odor, and many people believe it to be related to the Pacific Northwest Bigfoot. Strange figure walking. Recently, this terrible clip has been popular online. The location where this video was taken is India. A bizarre, unsettling humanoid figure can be seen walking down the street in the footage. A group of bikers took the footage on the bridge over the Shardara Dam. Who could have predicted that the motorcyclists would have encountered something like this while out for a leisurely ride late at night? This seems like it belongs in a horror movie. Nobody has a firm understanding of the unusual monster. Others believe it was a ghost or something supernatural, while some insist it was an alien. Following the release of this video, there has been a battle on social media amongst those attempting to decipher what it might possibly represent. In India right now, this video is a hot topic of conversation. Terrible screams. When a hunter hears these screams coming from the woods, he is astounded. Even though I'd have my rifle, I have to admit that I'd still be somewhat alarmed. It seems as though someone is being slaughtered, but many have said that the source of the sounds is only a mountain lion. Let's listen to it once more. What do you think would be the source of these screams? Unidentified creature. At the end of 2022, this clip was taken. The following unusual video was uploaded to the internet by a member of Reddit, and it appears to show something utterly bizarre outside his father's place of employment on a trail camera that was set up right against the woods. The video starts out looking rather regular, displaying a wooded path. However, it doesn't take long for this ordinary film to take a truly bizarre and unsettling turn. As you can see, a mysterious apparition, possibly two, may be seen strolling along the pathway in front of the trail camera. The thing is observed moving in a very unnerving way as it walks. There has been discussion in the comments of the post, but no rational answer has been offered. Nobody knows what the terrible footage actually shows. There was clearly some video here that nobody should have seen. Ghost dog. The strangest part of all of this is that the backyard is completely secured with an 8-foot-high fence, so there is no way any other dog could get inside when a person caught it on camera. He sprinted out to the backyard to investigate, but the mysterious white dog had disappeared. An Australian father of two was horrified when he saw his security footage capturing what appeared to be a ghostly dog running around with his pet dog, Ryder. Without a trace, despite his best efforts to unravel the mystery of the ghost encounter, he was clearly shaken by the eerie footage, since he couldn't explain how the dog got into his well-protected backyard. Strange, skinny creature. This man managed to capture a unique species of creature on camera. He heard weird noises outside his house one night, so he decided to check into the bush that surrounds it with his torch and camera. What he saw shocked him, and definitely is going to shock you too. The man is spooked by an odd alien thing, as you can see in the video. The alien then turns around and appears to vanish into the undergrowth, never to be seen again. What do you guys think? This video is undoubtedly incredibly upsetting, and it appears to be a very clear sighting of an extraterrestrial. Disappearance. This unsettling video was captured by CCTV in the back of an apartment block. We came across this one by accident, and we're curious about what you guys would think about it. Two pals are walking while the video is playing. One of them mysteriously vanishes. As we replay it, it appears as though he was swept into thin air by a beam of light. Initially, we thought it was strange, but the way his friend flees nearly makes it seem sincere. Just let us know your thoughts on this video, if you have any. Another spooky video that was recorded recently is based on the disappearance of a human. A year ago, the clip appeared to be taking place in an industrial area or a junkyard. In the video, a spectral apparition can be seen floating from your screen's left side. The dogs can be seen getting up from their bed or another pile and approaching the area to investigate. The floating item is the target of their barking and wailing. But what exactly is this? The dogs are undoubtedly startled by the floating entity, and the end of the clip is even creepier as our footage zooms in so we can have a better look. Ghost sighting in forest. Uncut trail camera footage of this bizarre incident was posted on YouTube on December 19th, 2022 by the Homesteading Off the Grid channel. A very terrible sight was captured on one of the landowner's trail cameras in this video. Because he owns a lot of forest land and enjoys hunting, the owner set up numerous cameras in the area to record what kinds of animals wander in his forest. But this time, he didn't get a typical animal. Instead, he caught something stranger and more unsettling. As you can see, the video shows an odd creature wandering through the bushes while wearing a robe. Uncertainty surrounds, as it is not clear whether this is merely a human wearing a lengthy white robe or a supernatural entity. We believe it to be a man dressed in a robe, but why would an unusual man wander the jungle? And what would he do there exactly? He nearly appears to be lost. There isn't much more information available about this video, so please comment below and let us know what you think. Humanoid creature. A family that recently relocated to this region set up a trail camera to keep an eye on their children and record any wildlife or bird visitors. They examined the camera one day in August 2020 and found this strange shot. One of their trail cameras captured a humanoid-shaped object. They were unsure about how to interpret it, but it appears to be a long-haired, unkempt figure. Do you think a Yeti or Bigfoot might be responsible? We figured we'd tell you all about it and see what you guys thought. Therefore, the first action was taken by authorities after receiving this video that seems fresh and original. Numerous experts and scientists then contacted them to express their opinions on whether they believed it to be true or not. Is it conceivable that this is a real Sasquatch, as several researchers have claimed that this image of one is fresh and authentic? A mysterious creature's hand. This terrifying trail camera film was recorded in Canada's dense forest. The camera's owners did not anticipate seeing anything like this when they set it up in a specific hunting spot in the woods close to their home. As you can see from the footage, a big hand that appears from behind the trail camera and tries to grab it is definitely out of the ordinary. Because of its enormous fingers and hairy arms, it almost looks like an alien. People immediately pointed out that they believe it might be a curious Sasquatch or perhaps a werewolf that is trying to hide its tracks. The fact that it knew to approach the camera from behind is genuinely scary. It's unclear what the tape actually shows, but perhaps that is for the best. Sometimes we are lucky if we don't know what bizarre creatures are truly hiding in the deepest parts of the woods. Eagle and fox. Normally, eagles target smaller animals, but today is a different story, as a gigantic eagle soars in an attempt to catch this evading mammal. The fox is attempting to flee, but the eagles are simply too swift and strong. In the end, the eagle triumphs, serving as a stark reminder of the animal kingdom's ruthlessness and the principle of survival of the fittest. Wandering squirrel. Changing the tone a bit to a more intriguing trail cam capture, this trail camera captured a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. As you can see, a squirrel is perusing the woodland floor, likely in search of something to eat, when unexpectedly, a hawk soars straight for a squirrel. Just in time, the squirrel discerns what is happening. The hawk sees what's going on, avoids the attack, and manages to flee unharmed. The hawk then crashes into a tree. It is still unknown where the squirrel is today, but we're confident that it is fine. And as for that hawk, well, he also flies away relatively unharmed. Trash panda versus iguana. This Florida shot video depicts a raccoon attempting to corner an iguana. Raccoons consume a variety of items, including some tiny lizards and snakes. They are omnivorous and opportunistic feeders. But this person is using all of his opposable thumbs right now. That iguana is large. The eggs and young of other local creatures might suffer greatly at the hands of this variety of iguana, which is an invasive species not native to Florida. The owner claims that the iguana merely carried on taking the sunbath next to the pool, despite the raccoon's attempts to restrain it. Since an iguana and a raccoon are loitering in the owner's backyard during the day, I'd argue that the owner has a bigger problem on his hands. Though he may need to call someone to deal with these two, it did make for a bizarre thing to capture on film. Vampire deer. As you can see, we picked up a clip of what appears to be a deer combined with a vampire. This subsequent video was recorded on a field camera used by farmers. Aside from being very huge, the deer appears to be fully normal. According to this video, the deer has two front teeth that are protruding from its mouth. You might assume that the deer has undergone some kind of mutation, or that it's actually a vampire deer. Well, let us help you gain knowledge about this fun creature. In reality, this species is known as the Chinese water deer, and all of them look exactly like this. They all share the distinctive quality of having enormous front teeth that resemble tusks. A little herbivorous mammal that is indigenous to China and Korea is this Chinese water deer. Despite the fact that these creatures are smaller than an ordinary deer, their teeth are not. These vampire deer are found in wetlands and grasslands close to lakes and rivers. In China and Korea, these animals are protected species, and it is forbidden to hunt them. It is unclear why evolution picked fangs over antlers, besides the fact that it looks scary. This deer is undoubtedly a very unusual animal, and it is extremely uncommon to capture one on a trail camera. Baby cougar. A lone hiker in Provo, Utah was out for a jog when he spotted what appeared to be a baby bobcat on the trail ahead. He drew nearer to get a better view of it on camera. He started recording as soon as he took out his phone. It wasn't a bobcat, he realized as he drew nearer, but it was too late. That cat turned out to be a young cougar, and its mother was just around the corner. As he carefully backs away from the cougar while making loud noises in an attempt to scare it away, the hiker is stuck in a standoff with it. But instead of backing down, the cougar takes the exact opposite action. It keeps being more aggressive, approaching closer and closer, until finally it lunges at him. When the hiker backs up and turns his head away from the cougars to avoid tripping, the cougar launches an attack and comes within a few feet of the man. It seems the attacker is trying to distract the attention of the hiker. This interaction lasted for around 6 minutes in its entirety, until coming to a stop when the hiker chose to pick up a rock and throw it at the cougar. This sufficiently alarmed the animal enough to make it flee. Lion large being hiding behind a tree. Yowie researcher Dean Harrison and his Australian team put infrared cameras to the test in Springbrook National Park in May 2021. Later that evening, they get this enigmatic clip. Thermography appears to show a big, solitary being sheltering behind a tree trunk. A few minutes later, what appears to be two creatures bend over to pick up something. If you look at their heads, they don't resemble humans. Additionally, the researchers claimed that no human would ever be at this location at this time of day, let alone at night. Bigfoot researchers are confident that everything here fits with what is known to be true. Even when the settlers arrived in the late 1700s, their continued use in storytelling and cave drawings show that they had existed since the time of the Aboriginal people. They had their own encounters with the Yowie. A huge black bear. After a child kept informing his father that he was seeing a bear next door, a trail camera captured this really humorous moment. Evidently not believing him, the father decided to set up one of his old trail cameras. As we can see, this enormous bear has established a home in the crawl area of an abandoned house. This big man is out and about and having a good time. Black bears can be nasty animals though, and can be rather aggressive. Weird creature found in woods. When people think of spooky clips captured by trail cameras, they frequently conjure up visions of ghostly children gazing around. However, as this video demonstrates, not all scary characters are dead. A hunter who wanted to monitor wildlife in the forest near his property used a trail camera, which captured this picture of a freakishly tall man wearing a mask and holding a machete. It's unknown why the man in this clip, who doesn't seem to be aware of the camera, was in the woods on the night it was shot. However, the fact that he chose to cover his face would indicate that his intentions were anything but pure. This individual was never seen there again. Piebald deers. The white-tailed deer is without a doubt an animal that has been recorded on trail cameras the most. Everyone is familiar with them because they are the standard brown deer with a white tail. So it's fortunate that we occasionally get a glimpse of piebald deer. They are not a distinct species or subspecies of deer, but rather a genetic variation that can appear in several different deer species, including white-tailed deer, mule deer, and elk. Piebald deer are thought to be relatively uncommon, with estimates indicating that only 1% of deer population exhibits them. Those who see it frequently inquire about hunting. Like other deer with typical coloring, piebald deer can be legally hunted in many regions where hunting is allowed. However, because piebald deer are seen to be an uncommon and distinctive variant of the species, some hunters may decide not to hunt them. Some regions may have laws or hunting restrictions protecting piebald deer. Anyhow, it's a fantastic camera catch, and it's incredible how occasionally their eyes can be completely dark. Well, we'll be putting an end to this exciting journey for now, but don't worry, we'll be back with some more fun content soon. Thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Drop your thoughts about this video in the comments section. Thanks for watching.
You may have wondered at some point what kind of stuff animals get into when we're not around. There are moments when trail cams are lucky enough to capture more than just animals doing funny stuff. From alien sightings to ghost reports, here are some of the craziest things seen on a trail cam. The ghost in the woods. A ranch foreman in western Montana captured an unusual scene on one of his trail cameras. Is it a ghost, an alien, or just a strange shimmering figure? You make the decision. A Montana hunter believes he captured an alien or other extraterrestrial life form on one of his trail cameras. The photographs were obtained by Red Gate hunter Donald Bromley. The location is particularly near Deer Lodge. That community is located 36 miles north of Butte on I-90. Who knows if Bromley's friends were playing a prank on him, but previous tales regarding extraterrestrial life have pointed to that location. Montana is one of the top 5 states in terms of UFO sightings per capita. Another important website, Humanities Montana, stated that the state is home to a number of the most prominent, well-documented, and intriguing UFO reports in UFOlogy history. Bromley spoke about a video he made 2 years ago this July. The man recorded a bizarre ghost-like figure, which gained worldwide attention from paranormal experts. After scrutinizing the image, the man claims it is an alien, and he can swear by it. "It's simply incredibly rich in the paranormal realm," the man remarked, referring to UFOs, lights in the sky, and other mysterious phenomena. What should an alien look like? To begin, it resembles what Bromley captured, a humanoid with long limbs and a bulb-like head. Bromley refers to the translucent form as bear. Montana has experienced UFO reports throughout its history. Residents in Great Falls spotted 2 spinning objects and photographed them. Witnesses also reported seeing UFOs at Minuteman missile silos in Montana in the 1960s. Additionally, residents claim that the U.S. Air Force covered up this event and did not release any information. Bromley said the Redgate area has strange things happen on occasion. That area was a site where a homesteader killed his family and painted the property's front gate with their blood. What's more interesting is that other area residents have witnessed really bizarre objects flying in the sky. Other phenomena included stalling cars on roads. Filmmaker Patrick Cutler backs Bromley's paranormal experiences. He told the TV station he was making a film inspired by the area and its dark history. Together with Bromley, he said many area residents experience mysterious events. Animals react to seeing themselves in a mirror. When a French photographer decided to set up a camera and a huge mirror in the middle of the jungle, he did not know what he was getting into. The idea was to see how several animals would react to their reflection, and he definitely got more than he expected. While the leopard in the video could not get enough of looking at himself in the mirror, the gorilla had other plans. Being the aggressive creature that it is, the silverback thought it was an excellent opportunity to teach his mirror self a lesson and show who is the better fighter. Meanwhile, the elephant didn't seem bothered to see itself in the mirror. The chimpanzees, however, managed to steal the show. They all wanted to see their appearance while doing different things, like scratching themselves and jumping all over the place. From the looks of it, the chimpanzees are the only ones in the jungle who know how to really love themselves. While you may think these animals are a bit dumb for not knowing how they look in a mirror, you really can't blame them. It's not every day you see something as strange as an animal copying your every move. Bear fight. When humans are not around in the wild, unbelievable things happen in nature, particularly among animals. We always wondered how they behave or act while we're not around, which is why trail cameras were invented. Aside from shooting footage and photographs of unseen wildlife, trail cameras are also used to spot elusive animals that appear only at certain periods of the year, or to examine how far a certain animal species travel. Trail cameras have already acquired many wonderful nature footage, which is why many nature enthusiasts continue to set one up during their visits to the wild to view unusual and rare interactions. This scary trail cam video of 2 large black bears having what appears to be a territorial conflict is one of many remarkable videos captured by trail cameras. We wouldn't call it that because bears aren't really territorial. They typically battle to establish dominance or to defend a food supply. There are 2 black bears in the short 30-second trail cam footage. However, one is brownish in color with darker arms and faces. This is a cinnamon bear, which is a subspecies of the American black bear. In the video, the 2 black bears charged at each other with their enormous arms and power. They continued to assault each other until the cinnamon bear somewhat outweighed the darker bear, knocking it down for a few seconds before it stood back up and repaid the favor by throwing punches at the cinnamon bear. The darker bear remained aggressive while the cinnamon bear calmed down as they circled a tree, waiting for the right moment to charge again. The tension decreased as they circled the tree, and the 2 black bears decided to end the fight by going back on all fours and resolving their issue. The trail cam footage demonstrates how powerful and robust black bears can be, and how these battles in the wild are rare yet fascinating to witness. The Fresno Nightcrawlers. Some call them the Soul Walkers, while others call them the Nightcrawlers. It doesn't really matter what name you decide on, because this is going to be one of the creepiest videos you have laid your eyes on. This footage was recorded in California in 2011, showing two slick-like creatures walking slowly around the woods. One of them looks like a baby ghost, and the other looks like a mama ghost, or perhaps this bigger one is the dad. Well, whatever their relationship, these are probably some of the cutest ghosts we have seen in a while. The ghost family is simply enjoying a night stroll in the woods. Looking at them, one is reminded of Casper the Friendly Ghost. According to some online spiritual experts, these ghosts are souls that have died but are still trapped on Earth. What do you think about it? Camp invaders. Sometimes while camping, you get uninvited visitors. These can be anything from mosquitoes to coyotes if you're lucky. But if you're the type that attracts pure bad luck like this guy in the video, then you might be invaded by a hungry male lion and two of his lionesses. The man in the video was peacefully enjoying his night's rest when all of a sudden, he found himself surrounded by a small pride of lions. Talk about shock! It is quite smart of him to have decided to remain where he was and not try to run away or do something silly like that. It only looks like the lions were just being your regular curious animals. Seeing a bunch of strange objects in the middle of the jungle must have alerted their curiosity mechanisms. They didn't seem to have any intention of tearing up the human, though we can never say for sure. This is definitely one story the man would be telling for the rest of his life. The elk with a tire. It all started with a trail cam footage where an elk was recorded with a tire stuck around its neck. This strong elk carried this inconvenience around its neck for 2 long years, while it went about its usual life. Its antlers and neck had grown over time, and it became impossible for the elk to get rid of the tire by himself. When the footage was first released to the public, a bunch of wildlife officials were worried about him and decided to do something about this situation. They tranquilized him and tried to remove the tire, but unfortunately they had to cut off his beautiful antlers in the process. Hopefully this buck will soon grow a pair of stunning antlers again to show off to all the gals. The mouse deer. Nature is running out of places to hide as humans continue to expand on the Earth. Species thought to be extinct for decades are resurfacing on a regular basis, while science's increased access to nature's nooks and crannies is fueling a surge in the discovery of totally new ones. Vietnam has seen much more resurrections and discoveries than its fair share. It is a priceless mine of strange and amazing wildlife found nowhere else on the planet. However, poaching, habitat loss, and the illegal market are threatening the survival of many of these unique, rare plants and animals. For decades, the country's densely forested hills and unique mountain refuges have offered excellent cover for secretive species to thrive. The Annamite Mountains, which divide Vietnam and Laos, are home to a very unique evergreen forest sanctuary that survived the previous ice age, allowing numerous uncommon plants and animals to evolve in isolation. One of these rarities has resurfaced after being deemed extinct by science: the silverback mouse deer, a tiny deer-like creature the size of a large rabbit with little fangs, a grizzled coat, and a white stripe running down its underbelly. Was discovered more than 100 years ago, but went unnoticed for the next 80 years. The species had been extinct for over 3 decades, but the world was shocked when it saw footage of one alive and healthy. This clip might be a little short, but in the few moments we get to see the mouse deer, we are allowed a brief look into the life of a breed that managed to save itself from the hunters and predators of the deep forest. A trail cam thief. This coyote was just taking a stroll through the woods when it stumbled upon a trail cam hidden in plain sight. This strange-looking object must have sparked an interest in the coyote as the animal began to move closer and closer to the camera. Soon it was straight up trying to grab the camera, and after a few smart attempts, the coyote succeeded in wrestling it free. It ran with the camera as fast and far as it could, like a predator running with its catch after a stressful hunt. The camera had a long and exhausting journey with the coyote, until it was eventually found by its rightful owner, even though it was badly bruised up and scratched. Sneak attack practice. We are all quite aware of lions being such sneaky and ferocious attackers, but how exactly do they practice these unique skills? Well, this video might give us a hint. In this rare footage captured on a trail cam, we get to see a young mountain lion caught in the act of practicing all the sneak attacks it needs to be doing the next day. We can't really say what it is trying to catch, but looking at it does remind us of our house cat's sneaking attempts to catch us by surprise. It's one hell of a cute mountain lion, we must say. Dancing bear. When this unsuspecting wildlife enthusiast put cameras in the jungle, he just wanted to get some quality footage of animals going about their daily lives while being themselves. What he did not know was that we would get to witness this bear swinging its bum and moving like a belly dancer in the woods. Now, bears get itchy at times, very much like humans. But unlike us, they scratch those hard-to-reach spots at their backs with trees. And boy, do they love doing that. I mean, look at this bear go! They sure are making me think about going out in the woods to give this tree scratch a try. Dobby the House Elf. At some point in your lives, I'm sure you are all fans of Harry Potter and the mysterious fantasy world he lives in. Have you ever imagined what our world would be like if any of the things in those movies were actually true? After looking at this clip, it seems fiction might be closer to reality than we initially thought. This strange creature looks exactly like the house elf Dobby from Harry Potter. Are you starting to believe that there is a hidden world of magic somewhere unknown to us humans? Well, you might just be right. This creature looked like it was doing some sort of chicken dance. And by the looks of the movements and the thin legs of the creature, it most definitely was not a human being. The two-headed deer. Okay, we certainly don't know the context behind this bizarre occurrence, but it looks like this deer had one hell of a fight in the past. Isn't it just awesome how he wears the head of another deer as a crown? At first, it seems to be that way, but if you look closely, you might think again. Could it be another head that this deer has grown? What do you think? Nature can be a wild and exciting place sometimes. And nothing is really that far-fetched if you think about it. Let us know what your thoughts are about this two-headed deer. It could just be that we have found a new species of mutant deer. Breathing Earth. This unusual occurrence was seen on a trail cam when the Earth was recorded moving up and down like it had just finished doing 30 long minutes of cardio. It was probably tired from all the continuous spinning and orbiting of the sun. This strange but common phenomenon is known as breathing Earth. And it happens when the ground becomes a little too loose and the wind is blowing stronger than usual. This increase in wind speed causes the Earth to move up and down like it is breathing. Can you imagine how someone would react if they suddenly had an encounter with this phenomenon without knowing anything about it? Surely they would think it was the end of the world, which would without a doubt be one of the most terrifying incidents of their lives. If it were you, you might actually believe the Earth is about to swallow you up. This definitely goes right up there with one of the craziest things a trail camera has ever captured. Humanoid creature. When a man in Kentucky uploaded this video on Facebook, people were absolutely shocked to see that the man's front yard was being invaded by a bright and gaunt humanoid creature. From the looks of it, this creature looked like it was eager to pounce on the first prey it came across. It moved slowly across the area and stooped down with its backbone and arms forward. When the video was shown on television, everyone was stumped. No one was able to identify it. Although one Twitter user said they also saw a similar creature sprinting across their neighbor's lawn. Another user also came forward to say something about seeing the same kind of monster vanish into the forest. It seemed like this wasn't the first time this creature was visiting that area. Raccoons versus deer. Raccoons are known for annoying the hell out of humans. But did you know that these garbage busters are also quite skilled at irritating other animals? Let's look at one example where these small thieves were stealing from the deer's laid-out food. At first, the deer didn't mind sharing a bit of its food, but after a few hours and a few more raccoons, the deer finally reached its limit. The hungry buck decided to take matters into his own hands because the food supply was rapidly diminishing. However, the raccoons continued to come back even after the buck tried to use its antlers to scare them away. Their characteristic persistence eventually left the deer feeling rather overwhelmed. This led to a small war over the food. In the end, the deer and the raccoon decided to reach a compromise and share the food amongst themselves. Bobcat versus rattlesnake. Hang on to your seat for this one. It's gonna be a real nail-biter. Bobcats are wild cat species that hunt and eat various animals. This one, however, got caught on a trail cam when it had to face a rattlesnake while going somewhere. The brave bobcat made sure to kill it before moving on with what it was doing in the first place. Even though we all have to agree that it took a lot of effort from those claws before it managed to crush the snake's head. That was one brutal fight we would not forget anytime soon. Those annoying snakes have finally met their match. The chicken thief. It was late at night and nobody seemed to be around to intervene. So this bear decided to have a late night snack. Just beside it there was a locked chicken coop. So the big brave bear decided to try and break into it. Most of its initial efforts were ineffective. So the bear decided to do what it knew how to do best. It decided to eat up the door. While it was in the process of tearing down the door, the bear suddenly heard a strange noise. This strange voice startled it, and its animal instincts decided it was time to flee the scene as quickly as possible. Though all this might seem strange, there is a reasonable explanation. What actually happened was that when the chicken owner woke up in the middle of the night, she decided to look out the window. To her surprise, she saw a huge black bear trying to get into her chicken coop. Immediately, she opened the window and shouted at the bear from a safe distance. Hearing the strange noises, the bear decided it was best to make a run for it. Who wouldn't? Buck sheds its antlers. This deer buck in Ontario, Canada was caught red-handed on a trail camera while trying to shed its antlers. Now this action might look weird to those who don't know about it, but it's something that is quite common in the deer community. All male bucks shed their antlers during winter to make room for the growth of new and stronger antlers in the next season. This process of shedding begins late in winter and continues till early spring.
Both of them at the same time, boom, fell off.
Even then, it's quite surprising to see how it looks like the deer was so weirded out by the experience that it had to quickly run away in shock. Cute rabbit smackdown. In the rabbit community, this fight might be hailed as one of the most brutal showdowns in history. But seeing these two buddies trying to have a fist fight just looks cute. We can't help but think about how adorable it is that these cute creatures are trying to have a brawl while hopping around. However, this doesn't mean you should interfere when you see two rabbits settling their differences. We mean, who knows? You might end up getting a punch in your face too. Wolf mama calls pups. Wolf mommies, the terminology used by the most sophisticated biologists, call their pups out of the den with a whimper or a whine. You can hear it in this video and see how the pups react. Often they call the pups out to feed and interact with them. Not much space in a den like this for 6 pups and an adult wolf. This clip was taken from a den in the Lightfoot Pack in 2020. The den appears to be an old habitation in a prehistoric forest. We won't lie, it appears to be a great sight. And while the den appeared large from the outside, it was actually pretty little. Nevertheless, Lightfoot's 6 pups squeezed in there just fine. They are all safe and sound now, thanks to Mommy's ever-watchful eye. Aren't they just the cutest things you ever saw? Did you enjoy these crazy videos? Be sure to subscribe because we have more of them coming up. See you next time!
Trail cameras are usually put up for scientific research. However, they sometimes reveal stories that are stranger than fiction. Join us as we dive into the world of creepy cryptids, legendary creatures, and wild animals that will send shivers down your spine. Mysterious Alberta wilderness disappearance. In 2006, a video was released by the police following the disappearance of a hiker in the remote forests of northwestern Alberta, Canada. As the video unfolds, the hiker is exploring the wilderness of northwestern Alberta.
Currently up in the woods due to, well, what the town's been talking about, how there's been some weird occurrences.
Suddenly, a growling, yell-like noise echoes from a distance, sending shivers down the hiker's spine.
Oh god.
Terrified, he begins to fear that something aggressive might be lurking nearby. He hastily makes a run for it, and as he flees, the camera captures the sound of branches snapping under the weight of something moving through the woods. The hiker eventually stops running, but the eerie growling noise returns, and he resumes his frantic sprint.
Okay, I'm not like this.
During his panicked escape, he trips and falls to the ground, gasping for breath. The camera points upwards towards the trees, and worrying, rumbling footsteps can be heard approaching. The video then goes dark, leaving us with the unsettling sound of something breaking. The enigmatic McDowell encounter. In the heart of McDowell County, a man and his trusty companion, Daisy, went on an adventure. Equipped with cameras and fueled by curiosity, they set out to uncover the secrets lurking in the country's lush wilderness. Their recorded footage showcases a scene that seems to exist on the edge of reality. The figure in the recording remains unidentified, leaving viewers in awe and sparking a global online frenzy. McDowell County is now at the center of a digital storm, with enthusiasts and skeptics alike surprised by this long-standing mystery. The Masked Man. Next up, we have an encounter with the Masked Man. A YouTube channel named Homesteading Off the Grid shared a spine-tingling video. In the dead of night, the camera captures a man wearing a horrifying mask, crawling on his knees through the forest. The bizarre footage garnered widespread attention, leaving viewers baffled. Why was this masked figure wandering alone in the dark woods? And what was his intent? Speculations are running wild as viewers grapple with this unsettling enigma. Man wrestling a python. This video captures a man wrestling with a python, showcasing incredible agility and skill. The python launches an attack on the man, who skillfully evades its wide-open mouth. The man seizes the python by its neck, even as the python continues his attempts to bite him. He gains control over the python's neck and rolls over it to establish a better grip. The python is determined to consume the man, but is stuck by the neck hold. It's an intense encounter, considering how relentlessly the python tries to take a bite out of the man. Mother bear and cubs encounter. This video captures a hiker's face-to-face encounter with a mother bear and her two adorable cubs. As they approach him, the hiker is visibly frightened and carefully steps backward to maintain a safe distance. Mother bears are fiercely protective, and any perceived threat to their cubs can lead to aggression. The hiker realizes the importance of keeping a safe distance to avoid any potential confrontation. This heartwarming animal family encounter serves as a reminder of the need to respect wildlife and their natural behaviors. Terrifying tiger encounter. In India, a family was enjoying a forest safari, driving along a forest road, when they suddenly spotted an angry and aggressive tiger emerging from the bushes. The tiger's behavior was threatening, and it seemed ready to attack. The family urged the driver to leave the area, but he initially believed the tiger would back off. However, the situation took a terrifying turn when the tiger swiftly charged toward them, fierce roaring and an intense look on its face, sending chills down their spines. The driver shouted and screamed at the tiger to scare it away, but it continued to chase them. Fortunately, they were in a jeep, allowing them to make a narrow escape. The bikers brush with the unknown. Picture this, a group of adventure-hungry bikers tearing through the scenic trails of Indonesia. Thrills and laughter fill the air, until out of nowhere, a biker takes a tumble. Why? Well, he spots a peculiar sight, a pale, bony creature lurking nearby. As the others rush to his aid, they're met with astonishment at the sight of this mysterious being. What happens next is a wild chase through the woods. Can they catch up with the creature, or will it vanish into the shadows forever? Unexplained cryptid in the woods. In this video, an unknown creature is clinging onto a truck tire, leaving the person recording the video utterly confused. The creature has a peculiar appearance, a small body, an exceptionally long and thick neck, a lengthy and slender tail, 2 hind legs, and 2 front arms. Its features are strange and unfamiliar, adding to the mystery. The video raises more questions than answers about the nature and origin of this enigmatic creature. Encounter with the rake. Imagine stumbling upon a picture featuring a buck staring down an alien-like creature with an unnerving, gaping maw. This creature, known as the rake, haunts deep forests with its spindly limbs and hollow eyes. Could this eerie photograph provide evidence of its existence? But wait, there's more! As the plot thickens, a bear also enters the scene. Are these the eyes of Bigfoot, the rake, or something entirely different? brace yourself for the unknown. The curious case of the haunted doll. In Jonesboro, Indiana, an unsettling video emerges. A creepy doll sits alone on a green chair in the middle of a desolate road. It seems abandoned, but what happens next will send shivers down your spine. As if guided by an unseen hand, the doll and chair topple over without a single soul in sight. Theories are running wild, and according to one haunting possibility, could this doll be possessed by a restless spirit? Do you believe in the supernatural? Bigfoot sighting. Shared on Facebook by a user named Jade, this video features a mysterious dot in the snowy mountains of an unknown location. The cameraman claims this dot to be the mighty Sasquatch, commonly known as Bigfoot. Upon zooming in, it becomes evident that this creature is substantial in size, standing at least 13 to 14 feet tall in relation to the trees. It sports a thick coat of black fur, a characteristic often associated with Bigfoot sightings. What's particularly eerie is that this Bigfoot appears to be standing still, waiting for something or someone. This discovery has left local residents with a newfound awareness that something scary and potentially intimidating shares their environment. Stalked in the woods at night. This video features a couple recording the nearby woods after hearing strange noises originating from them.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Where are they? They're blinking, y'all.
When they shine their flashlight towards the source of the noise, they are met with a truly terrifying sight. A pair of eyes staring back at them, blinking eerily. Even their dog senses the unholy presence of this stalking creature hidden in the woods. The stalking eyes move up and down, as if a creepy creature is tilting its head. Some speculate it could be a skinwalker disguising itself as an animal to stalk humans as potential prey. What do you think it was? Was it just an ordinary animal? Or could it have been something far more sinister? Sasquatch sighting in the woods. Venturing deep into the woods, a group of friends stumbled upon something that had long captured their imaginations. Sasquatch, the legendary Bigfoot. It was a sunny day in 2008 when these friends were simply out having a good time. Their laughter echoed through the trees until it was suddenly replaced by awe and bewilderment. Through the greenery, they spotted a figure unlike anything they'd ever seen before, a mysterious giant walking upright like a towering shadow. As they zoomed in, the creature seemed to vanish, leaving them in a state of wonder and bafflement. Was it truly the elusive Sasquatch, or was it an expertly executed prank? The blurry footage left viewers with more questions than answers. Bigfoot sighting, a blurry mystery. Here's a twist on the classic Bigfoot tale. A video claimed to capture the famous cryptid in action once again. The footage showed a massive, black and furry creature roaming among the trees. The catch? It was incredibly blurry, making it impossible to determine if this was a genuine Bigfoot or just a clever ruse. Opinions were divided. Some believed it to be the real deal, while skeptics thought it was all a hoax. It's an unsolved mystery that leaves everyone scratching their heads, wondering if they'd witnessed the legendary Bigfoot or simply a forest wanderer playing tricks on the camera. The persistent door knocker. Imagine an unexpected visitor incessantly knocking on your door, setting your dog on edge. This was the unnerving situation a young couple faced. The man, displaying courage, ventured toward the door while the dog barked. To their shock, the knocking ceased, but the ominous figure managed to enter. The video ended as the man fled from the impending danger. Was it a spirit or something more sinister lurking in the shadows? Glimpsing the unseen in the night. Picture being alone in a dark forest at night with an unsettling feeling of being watched. A curious man captured something truly strange, a gray, ghostly entity near a tree, slowly rising and revealing its pale form. It had long, elongated arms and a humanoid appearance. This enigmatic figure may have been a cryptid, or worse, a skinwalker. Faced with such a terrifying sight, what would you do? brave dogs confront mountain lion. In a snowy, rugged landscape, a mountain lion found itself cornered on a rock ledge, encircled by 3 brave dogs. With trackers around their necks, the dogs barked relentlessly, alerting their owner to the predator's presence. Despite its massive size, the mountain lion remained surprisingly calm, its powerful frame puffed up to appear even larger. A potentially dangerous standoff was averted, thanks to the courageous dogs. Bear encounter on a mountain biking trail. Imagine this, a thrilling mountain biking adventure in Vancouver, Canada. A rider finds themselves in a hair-raising situation when a bear crosses their path on the trail. In a nerve-wracking moment, the rider attempts to scare the bear away with loud noises and by banging a rock on the ground. However, the bear proves persistent, circling back and keeping the rider on high alert. Thankfully, quick thinking and some resourcefulness allowed the rider to retrieve their phone and escape the situation unharmed. This chilling encounter serves as a reminder of the importance of caution and preparedness when exploring the great outdoors. The terrifying clown. Deep within the Pennsylvania woods, a trail camera captured a scene straight out of a horror movie. Brace yourself for a spine-tingling figure emerging from the darkness, a man dressed as a sinister clown. Why on earth would someone be lurking around the woods at night, dressed in such a creepy getup? Was it a mere prank? Or did it conceal something more sinister? I just know a lot of people watching this will be sleeping with one eye open after this creepy clown sighting. Unsettling lurking figure in the background. In this video, an ordinary night out with a family takes an unsettling turn. While the family is casually playing on a swing, something is moving in the background. Upon closer inspection, a humanoid figure becomes apparent. This figure is entirely lacking clothing and appears to have a pale white complexion. It bends in the darkness, lurking and observing the family. What adds to the spooky atmosphere is that the family seems completely unaware of this lurking being in the darkness behind them. Commenters on the video speculated that it might be a skinwalker known for their human-like appearances and secretive lurking behaviors. What do you think it was? The levitating girl. This chilling trail camera footage captures a young girl suspended in mid-air, with a woman in an orange jacket watching nearby. The girl appears as if possessed, sparking fears of supernatural influence. The mystery surrounding this incident continues to perplex viewers, raising questions about the unexplainable forces at play. The wildest feast. Hold on to your hats as we head to Powell River, British Columbia, where a Canadian nurse's trail camera captured something deeply disturbing. The camera reveals 2 nearby naked figures indulging in a gruesome feast, devouring a deer carcass. Who are these mysterious individuals, and what on earth are they doing out in the wilderness, engaging in such a macabre act? Some suggest they might be skinwalkers or psychopaths, while others believe it's something beyond our wildest imaginations. Either way, you might think twice before venturing into the woods alone. Figure in Indonesia. In the heart of an Indonesian forest, locals stumbled upon a bone-chilling sight, an eerie figure draped in a cloth, standing eerily still. According to local beliefs, this could be the soul of a departed person, trapped in their shroud, known as a Pokemon. This belief is deeply rooted in Indonesian culture and folklore, adding to the mystery and fear surrounding the encounter. The video captured the figure's ghostly presence, its intense eyes peering into the surroundings. Witnesses were both in awe and concern as they came face to face with what they believed to be an ancient, ghostly entity. This sighting in particular has raised questions about the presence of the supernatural in our world, blurring the line between the tangible and the ethereal. The scary creature of the Appalachian Trail. Taking the next spot is the enigmatic scary creature. A fearless nature enthusiast ventured out onto the Appalachian Trail, only to come face to face with a creature straight from a nightmare. With the body of a seal and a bird-like beak, this mysterious hybrid defies classification. Its hollow black eyes add to the intrigue. To this day, no one has definitively identified this unsettling entity that haunts the wild. Rare albino white deer sighting. Albinism is indeed a rare occurrence in both humans and animals, but as unusual as it is, it can also be incredibly beautiful and fascinating. This trail camera footage captured a truly rare sight of an albino white deer. The deer is as white as freshly fallen snow and peacefully grazing on the ground. To put into perspective just how uncommon it is to encounter an albino deer, it's estimated that there's only a 1 in 30,000 chance of spotting one. However, as breathtaking as this sight is, many hope that this albino deer doesn't face any health complications associated with albinism. The Chupacabra Caper. This next creepy video footage captures what appears to be the legendary Chupacabra, a demon dog with glowing eyes and a skinny frame. The chilling creature sent shivers down the spines of those who witnessed it. While some believe it to be the infamous urban legend, others lean toward more scientific explanations, like an emaciated dog or a sick raccoon. Whatever it was, the creature knew it was being watched and made a speedy getaway, leaving everyone in awe and wonder. Internet detectives went wild, sharing theories and debates about the creature's origins. The Midnight Werewolf. Deep in the heart of Texas, the Amarillo Zoo delivers a spine-tingling surprise. A trail camera captures a creature that defies explanation. Is it a man? Is it a wolf? No, it's a werewolf! This beast, with its menacing features, prowls the zoo at midnight, striking fear into the hearts of all who see it. The question on everyone's mind, is this a mythical creature brought to life? Zoo workers remain on edge, unsure if this creature still lurks within. Have you ever wondered if werewolves are more than just legends? The creepy, horse-headed intruder. Security cameras are meant to provide safety and peace of mind for households, but sometimes they capture scenes that leave us feeling uneasy. In this security camera footage, an individual is seen standing at a door, seemingly attempting to gain entry. At first glance, it appears to be a naked person with some form of disability struggling to get inside the house. However, as this figure lowers its head, we are confronted with something truly unsettling. A head that doesn't resemble anything human. Instead, it looks like the head of a horse. This mysterious entity stands upright on 2 legs, possesses a slender body, and oddly jointed arms. The truly unsettling question here is its intent in trying to enter the house. The Communicator. A man claims to possess supernatural powers, allowing him to communicate with elusive forest creatures. Over years of observation, he's honed his knowledge of their habits and habitats. His spooky footage showcases a tiny creature emerging from a rock, presenting evidence of these unusual beings. The question remains, are they harmless or something more sinister? This connection with the wild sparks curiosity and fear alike. The Floating Cat. A home security camera captures bizarre paranormal activity as a cat appears to float in midair and glides across a bed. Such occurrences are often attributed to poltergeist entities known for their mischievous behavior. This unsettling encounter leaves the homeowners pondering the presence of supernatural forces in their residence, challenging their understanding of reality and the unexplained mysteries that surround us. I am sure they moved houses right after this event. Ghostly happenings in the attic. A hidden camera captures eerie happenings in an attic, an unexplained movement of chairs, and a wooden horse toy rocking on its own. The chilling footage points toward possible ghostly activity, leaving the residents unnerved by these haunting occurrences in their home. These phenomena may be attributed to residual energy or lingering spirits, common explanations for the unexplained occurrences that often leave us questioning the boundaries between the physical and the metaphysical. The Cougar Encounter in Utah. During an early morning jog in Provo, Utah, Kyle Burgess had a heart-pounding encounter with a baby cougar on the trail. What followed was a tense 6-minute standoff, with Kyle attempting to scare the animal away by making loud noises and appearing larger than life. Fortunately, the cougar eventually retreated, allowing Kyle to retrieve his phone safely. This encounter serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of wildlife encounters and highlights the importance of staying alert and prepared when exploring the great outdoors. A midnight encounter with an extraterrestrial. Late at night, beneath the cover of darkness, a trail camera captures a hair-raising sight. An alien-like creature perched by a tree. With an open mouth and hollow eyes, this enigmatic being seems poised to terrify. Would you dare venture into these woods at night? Who knows what could be lurking in the shadows, ready to surprise or perhaps even startle you? The encounter with a cryptic being. On one of their father-son outings deep in the woods, a family stumbled upon a bizarre sight, a small cryptic being resembling a bird or penguin. This curious creature locked eyes with them, leaving the duo puzzled and shocked. Unable to identify this strange critter, they wisely decided to make a hasty retreat, not daring to find out more about its origin or purpose. This encounter specifically has become a cherished family tale, retold around campfires and family gatherings. The mystery entity continued to haunt their imaginations, sparking endless discussions about what it could be. The enigmatic creature. Moving on, we confront the enigmatic creature. Trail camera footage reveals a creature that defies categorization, resembling a fusion of wolf and bat. With wolf-like ears and bat-like wings, this creature raises alarm. Its presence in the deep, dark woods leaves us questioning the unknown and the potential dangers lurking in the shadows. This unsettling encounter challenges our understanding of wildlife. A mysterious, hopping cryptid. A trail camera captures the image of an otherworldly creature lurking in the depths of the forest. Its appearance is obscure, but the long strides and thick fur coat suggest similarities to the infamous Sasquatch or Bigfoot. However, what stands out the most is its strange hopping behavior, adding to the enigma surrounding this elusive cryptid. Could it be a new species yet to be identified, or is it just an elaborate hoax? The footage leaves researchers and enthusiasts alike intrigued and eager to uncover the truth. An enigmatic figure on hidden camera. A trail camera captures a dark and furry figure moving along the tree line. The footage's authenticity is in question, as it appears to be edited to enhance the creature's size. Some speculate that it could be a genuine Sasquatch sighting, while others believe it to be a clever attempt to create a viral Bigfoot video. For enthusiasts of cryptids and mysterious creatures, this video fuels curiosity and raises the age-old question: are there unknown beings lurking in the shadows of our world? Camping trip gone awry. In April of 2020, a kid named Noah embarked on a truck camping adventure in Sun River, Oregon. As he settled in for the night, mysterious sounds outside disrupted his peace.
If you can hear that, it's pretty loud.
He soon discovered distinct footprints, indicating the presence of someone else nearby. Fearful but determined, Noah recorded the unnerving encounter with his GoPro. The unknown person attempted to open his truck's locked doors, knocked on the trunk, and peered through the windows. Frightened and alone in the dark forest, Noah couldn't identify the intruder, and the strange incident remains unexplained. The mystery of the Machete Man. Imagine coming across a chilling photograph. A man donning a terrifying mask, wielding a menacing machete, and prowling the woods. He exudes an aura of danger and malevolence, as if he's on a sinister mission. After the release of this video, the internet buzzed with speculation. Is he an assassin or something far more sinister? It's a picture that has people locking their doors and wondering, what if? What would you do if you crossed paths with the Machete Man? Ghost of Oklahoma. In Shawnee, Oklahoma, a hidden trail camera captured a bone-chilling spirit. The motion-activated camera snapped a photo of what appeared to be a woman in a flowing gown right in the heart of the forest. Was it a lost soul wandering in the woods? Or could it be the spirit of someone who met a tragic fate? This ghostly encounter leaves us with more questions than answers, challenging our understanding of the paranormal and the unexplained. The Slender Man sighting. Have you ever heard of the Slender Man? Well, we just might have its first ever sighting. A trail camera captures an image of the infamous Slender Man seated amidst the forest's eerie stillness. Long considered a fictional creation to frighten children, this photograph challenges our assumptions. Although no child kidnappings were reported nearby, the photo ignites the unsettling possibility that the Slender Man may exist. Lightning-fast crocodile attack. Crocodiles are often seen as slow and lethargic predators, but this video shows just how fast they can be. A wildlife photographer documented a crocodile emerging from a lake, when suddenly the crocodile launched a lightning-fast attack towards him. The attack is remarkably swift and agile, but fortunately, the man manages to retreat to safety. It's an incredibly close and terrifying encounter, as he was in very close proximity to this formidable creature. Mysterious Bigfoot-like creature. In this video, a hiker zooms in on an object in the distance, resembling a creature in the dense forest. The creature is covered in black fur, and its features are somewhat obscured due to the dense forest. What sets this creature apart is its size. It has a massive upper body and legs, suggesting significant height. Unfortunately, due to the dense tree cover, we are unable to get a clearer view of this Bigfoot-like creature. Ghost on home security cam. This video captures a genuinely eerie and unsettling ghostly encounter as seen through a home security camera. A translucent, smoky figure hovers just above the ground, moving across the camera's view and then drifting to the side of the house. The smoky being has an unusual shape, with features like a head and extended arms, but it remains quite confusing. Some might suggest it could be smoke from a nearby campfire or something similar, but the homeowner confirmed that there was no fire happening outside at the time. What adds to the creepiness is the homeowner's claim of similar strange occurrences within the house, such as picture frames falling on their own and lights turning on without any apparent cause. Heartwarming forest fountain for wild animals. This heartwarming and captivating video shows a forest fountain designed for wild animals to quench their thirst. The footage features adorable moments of various animals coming to drink water. A wolf, skunk, raccoon, and even a small snake take turns partaking in the refreshing water from the fountain. Birds swoop in to get their share of hydration, with some forming a delightful gathering around the fountain, almost like a pool party. Mysterious and enormous figure. In this video from Manitoba, Canada, captured in 2007, a mysterious and enormous figure is seen in the distance. The figure stands still, and as it approaches, the rocks on the ground appear to shift, as if reacting to its presence. The uploader claims it could be a Sasquatch, but due to the video's low quality, a definitive identification is challenging. Some suggest it might be an invisible force close to the ground, causing these rocks to lift. Spooky encounter in a deserted house. This video was captured by an explorer investigating abandoned houses. As he explores a spooky deserted house with his flashlight, a ghostly and transparent figure comes up behind him and moves towards him. When the figure makes contact with him, the explorer gets a jolt and turns around to see what's behind him. To his surprise, there is nothing there. Later, upon reviewing the video, he must have been shocked by what he had unknowingly encountered in that house. This experience might make him think twice about exploring more abandoned houses in the future. Chomping beaver. This video showcases a beaver in action, gnawing on a tree trunk and nearly finishing the job. The beaver's teeth exhibit remarkable strength as it works through the tree trunk. Beavers are known for their diligence and ability to build watertight dams, and these fallen trees will be put to use in their construction. The video also captures another beaver working on a tree trunk, successfully bringing it down. The video offers a glimpse into the impressive capabilities of these hard-working animals. Mysterious figure in a forest clearing. In this video, a mysterious figure is positioned near the edge of a forest clearing. The video quality is not ideal, making it challenging to discern the figure's true form. It doesn't resemble anything familiar, and as the video progresses, the entity starts to move, revealing human-like legs. The way it moves is unsettling, dragging itself along rather than walking. The true nature of this creature remains unknown, leaving viewers with a sense of unease and curiosity. Skunk ape in the Everglades. Our first stop takes us to the heart of the Florida Everglades, where a perplexing video has stumped experts for years. This footage purportedly captures a Florida skunk ape sprinting through the dense, marshy grasslands. The creature's identity remains shrouded in mystery, as no conclusive explanation has ever been provided. The skunk ape, often linked to swampy wilderness areas in Florida and the southeastern United States, is described as a hulking, bipedal creature standing between 6 and 8 feet tall and weighing up to a staggering 400 pounds. With fur ranging from brown to reddish hues, it's named after the pungent odor it emits. The haunting hospital encounter. Hospitals, typically places of healing, occasionally become the backdrop for bizarre occurrences. This video captures one such unsettling episode. In the footage, a patient rests peacefully in his bed. Suddenly, the patient awakens in a state of sheer panic. We can see that his movements are crazy and desperate. It appears as though an unseen force presses down upon him, trapping him in his bed. He fights eagerly for his life, eventually managing to free himself from this spectral presence. While numerous explanations, from medical episodes to ghostly encounters, may be offered, the unsettling nature of this video serves as a stark reminder that the boundary between the known and the unknown is often blurred, especially in places like hospitals. The ghostly canine. In a secure backyard surrounded by an 8-foot-high fence, something bizarre happens. A homeowner in Australia was taken aback when he reviewed his security footage, revealing a ghostly dog skipping alongside his pet dog, Ryder. There was no way for another dog to enter this well-protected enclosure. The encounter left the homeowner shaken, unable to unravel the mystery of the ghostly dog's appearance. As he sprinted to the backyard to investigate, the canine had vanished, leaving behind only the memory of its ghostly presence. Mysterious figure in the woods. Shared by a user named Squatchwatchers, dedicated to finding footage of the legendary Sasquatch creature. This video was recorded by an unknown hiker. The camera is focused on the distant trees, when suddenly, a massive figure emerges from the woods. The creature is remarkably tall, with a large body covered in thick brown fur. Unexpectedly, this enormous being abruptly halts, seemingly noticing something, and then quickly retreats into the forest. The video concludes at this point. The person behind the camera believes this could be Bigfoot, speculating that it spotted the camera and hastily departed. This sighting provides a rare glimpse into the realm of these legendary creatures. Hospital room haunting. Hospitals are typically bustling during the day, but they can take on an entirely different shape at night. In this video, recorded by a patient at night in a children's room, something unusual occurs with the bed in front of the patient. The bed sheets start moving wildly, despite there being no one on or near the bed. It's not a typical fan-induced breeze, and the possibility of a movable fan seems unlikely. Could it be the playful antics of a child ghost trying to startle the patients? Snake versus woodpecker. This video captures a dramatic encounter between a snake and a woodpecker. Initially, we observe the woodpecker attempting to fend off the snake, which emerges from a tree to attack. However, the snake retaliates, delivering a powerful bite that paralyzes the woodpecker. After a fierce struggle, the snake eventually releases its prey, leaving the woodpecker in a vulnerable state. While we don't witness the outcome, it's likely that the woodpecker succumbed to the snake's venom. The speed and intensity of the snake's attack are both fascinating and unsettling. Jaywalking ghost in Mexico. In a traffic light camera video from Mexico, a spooky sight unfolds on the roadside. A dark, smoky, and transparent figure appears, taking on a human-like shape. This figure, lacking a solid form, begins to jaywalk across the road, seemingly moving like a living person. As it crosses, it vanishes into thin air. Local residents believe this figure could be the ghost of a boy who was involved in an accident on the same road. They claim that this ghost now jaywalks on the road every night, leaving behind a haunting and mysterious phenomenon that has left many with questions and a chilling story to share. Intense deer battle. Deer are often associated with their peaceful and graceful demeanor, but witnessing them engage in combat can change one's perspective. In this video, two deer are locked in a fierce battle. Their antlers tangle together. They struggle to break free, leaving a trail behind them, indicating that one might have been dragging the other for some distance. After an exhausting effort to free themselves, they pause briefly before resuming their clash. Unfortunately, such fights can lead to horrible consequences in the wild, often necessitating the shedding of antlers or facing a grim fate together. Mysterious appearance. In this video, captured by a traffic camera, a mysterious scene unfolds. Initially, the road appears completely empty, and then suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, a woman mysteriously appears. She is carrying heavy bags, and her walk suggests that she's older. What baffles viewers is how she could have moved so swiftly that the camera didn't capture her arrival. Some speculate that it might be a camera malfunction, causing a momentary stop and resume when the lady was already at that point. However, if it isn't a technical glitch, it would indeed be fascinating to expect the possibility of humans possessing teleportation powers. Encountering a demon. This next video claims to show a real encounter with a demon. It commences with the camera focused on a house window, where two glowing eyes stare back directly at the camera. The creature, or demon behind the window, has an unholy gaze and remains utterly motionless. As the camera zooms in, eerie details become visible, such as the pitch-black nature of the creature, which reflects no light despite the lighting. Furthermore, the demon's head features menacing horns. After a moment, the creature moves away and goes out of sight, followed by a loud and quick banging on the door. The unexpected guest in the background. In this video shared on Facebook, a mother proudly showcases her baby's new hat. However, an unexpected and spine-chilling guest makes an appearance in the background. A dark, childlike figure moves swiftly. The nature of this figure is profoundly unsettling. Its tall, shadowy shape lacks any distinguishing features, making it appear otherworldly and sinister. This unexpected presence in the home provokes profound shock and fear, leaving the mother to wrestle with the disturbing possibility that an otherworldly entity has entered her home. The video serves as a stark reminder that even the most ordinary moments can take a terrifying turn in the presence of the paranormal. Startling encounter with a skinwalker. In this video, captured by a security camera, a terrifying figure emerges from behind a door. This creature is absolutely terrifying, bearing human-like features, a naked body, and long, slender arms akin to a skinwalker. What makes this video even creepier is the sinister expression on the skinwalker's face as it lurks, seemingly waiting for someone to approach. Its intentions remain a mystery. Paranormal activity in a basement. This video starts with a man recording after hearing his dog barking in the middle of the night. The dog appears frightened, and a door in front of the man ominously opens on its own. The man expresses his frustration, mentioning that the door has been opening by itself all morning. He then attempts to communicate with the supposed ghost, asking it to stop, when the basement light begins blinking on its own. Eventually, he decides to close the door and places the camera on the counter facing the door. The door opens a few times, with the man closing it each time. However, during the third opening, a dark figure is visible behind the door, surprising the dog and causing the man to flee. The video ends with a sense of foreboding, leaving the audience to wonder what happened next. The enigmatic nighttime walker. From the swamps of Florida, we journey to India, where an eerie and enigmatic figure has been captured on camera. This unsettling humanoid presence was filmed on a bridge overlooking the Shardara Dam. The footage, taken by a group of unsuspecting bikers during a leisurely night ride, has sparked intense debate and curiosity. The bizarre, unidentified figure's unsettling gait and otherworldly appearance have left viewers puzzled. Speculation about its origin ranges from the supernatural to extraterrestrial. The blood-curdling screams. In the heart of the woods, a hunter records chilling screams that reverberate through the trees. These spine-tingling cries echo like someone or something in agony, sending shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned outdoorsman. Armed with a rifle, the hunter can't help but feel an eerie unease. While some contend that these blood-curdling sounds could be attributed to a mountain lion, the sheer intensity and unsettling nature of the screams continue to baffle listeners. What unseen creature could produce such terrifying vocalizations? The source of these haunting cries remains an enigma. Eagle versus Fox Showdown. In this breathtaking video, with swift precision, the eagle initiates its deadly nose attack. On the ground, a group of foxes is already in the midst of their own hunt, savoring a meal they've secured. As the eagle dives, we witness a daring attempt to snatch the prey directly from the foxes' mouths. The amazing encounter showcases the sheer force of the eagle's flight. However, despite executing an almost perfect hunting maneuver, the eagle's attempt is unsuccessful. The fox, displaying impressive tenacity, clings firmly to its meal. Haunting of a children's play area. Toys and ghost stories often intersect, as seen in this intriguing encounter recorded in a children's play area. At night, a children's riding toy begins moving all on its own, even though the area should be closed and devoid of human activity. The toy circles and gradually accelerates in speed. The owner of the play states that these toys typically require a key to start and should not operate without one. Could it be the playful antics of a child ghost seeking enjoyment from the toy? Let me know in the comments what you think. Mysterious ocean creature. The ocean remains a vast and mysterious place, with much of its depths uncharted. In this video, we see the skeletal remains of a peculiar creature washed up on a Romanian beach. The creature defies conventional understanding of sea life, featuring a skull with human-like characteristics, an upper body resembling a human, and a lower body akin to a fish, suggestive of a mermaid's corpse. Its unusual size, partly eaten state, and the possibility of another creature feasting on it add to the intrigue and raise questions about the hidden wonders of the ocean's depths. The trail camera enigma. In late 2022, a mysterious video surfaced on Reddit showcasing a bewildering encounter captured by a trail camera. Positioned near the woods outside the uploader's father's workplace, the video begins innocuously enough, revealing a wooden path. However, the peacefulness quickly gives way to an inexplicable and unsettling twist. A peculiar spirit, or possibly two, appears to stroll along the path in front of the trail camera. The entity's eerie, unnatural movements have left viewers perplexed, sparking discussions but yielding no answers. This footage continues to mystify, leaving us to wonder about the mysteries that live within our world. Shark attack on fishing boat. The video captures a terrifying moment at sea as a shark launches an aggressive attack on a fishing boat. The shark suddenly emerges from the water and bites the boat with incredible force. The fishermen are startled, and the video captures their screams and frantic efforts to fend off the shark using a rowing tool. Sharks are known for their strength and agility, and this encounter shows the dangers lurking in the ocean. the phantom figure passing through walls. This Italian video captures a peculiar phenomenon. The footage opens with a camera trained on a rural landscape, the observer pointing toward a figure in the distance. The video quality, though grainy and rendered in shades of gray, still allows us to discern the presence of a mystery figure. This figure possesses a dark and unconventional appearance, resembling that of a human. What bewilders everyone witnessing this spectacle is that the figure moves toward a wall and passes through it. While some may contend that the figure could be a slender person dressed in black, what do you think it was? Meteor lighting up the night sky. In this video shared by a TikTok user named Claudio Villaron, we witnessed the sighting of a meteor entering Earth's atmosphere. The meteor's entry is so powerful that it emits a blinding light, transforming the night into day along its path. Thankfully, the meteor did not collide with Earth, but its awe-inspiring and dazzling display really showcased the frightening forces of nature and how insignificant we really are. The enigmatic Bigfoot sighting. In a video circulating on TikTok, the uploader claims to have captured a real sighting of the legendary Bigfoot while hiking. The video begins with the cameraman spotting a dark figure in the distance, prompting them to zoom in for a closer look. This creature appears to be a hybrid of a human and an ape, covered in thick black fur with a broad body frame. What adds to the eerie atmosphere is that the creature stands there staring directly at the camera, seemingly displeased about being filmed. The true identity of this creature remains uncertain, leaving us with a perplexing mystery. The spooky figure by the lake. In this video taken by a hiker in the Canadian wilderness, the serene scene of a lake takes a bizarre turn. As the video zooms in, a bizarre zombie-like figure comes into view, walking on the opposite side of the lake. This figure, entirely in white and with a human-like shape, moves in a strange and unsettling manner. The eerie atmosphere intensifies as the figure disappears into a cave-like opening on the far side of the lake, leaving viewers with an unsettling sense of mystery and dread. Haunted house. A man posted a video on Facebook to explain why he left his old home, which had become a source of worry for his friends. The video captures an empty basement, with the man recording appearing visibly scared and cautious. Unexplained events start to unfold, with objects falling and footsteps heard from above. Despite the house supposedly being empty, doors begin to bang loudly in various rooms, escalating the tension.
Let's have it out, man. I'm leaving.
The man's attempts to communicate with the possible spirit led to scary encounters, including the appearance of a dark figure, creating a chilling and unsettling atmosphere. Scary Indian woman. During a late-night ride in India, a couple missed their exit, leaving them stranded in a remote area. There, they encountered a woman dressed in all white, standing by the roadside. The couple sped past, and the woman remained motionless. With no civilization for miles, the encounter raised chilling questions that might never be answered. It was a story that seemed straight out of a ghostly tale. Terrifying alligator encounter. In the Florida forest, a man had a frightening encounter while fishing in a lake. He spotted an alligator in the water, which initially frightened him. The tense situation escalated as the alligator seemed ready to attack the man. To protect himself, the man used the oar from his boat to keep the alligator at bay. This intense back-and-forth struggle left viewers on edge, considering the potential dangers of being in such close proximity to a formidable alligator. The night encounter with a masked stranger. Late-night drives can be eerie, but this one takes the cake. In this hair-raising tale, a driver in an isolated area encounters a mysterious figure on the side of the road. Equipped with a camera, the driver captures the unsettling sight of a man in a black shirt and dark jeans, wearing a creepy mask. The bizarre encounter gets even scarier as the man aggressively jumps at the car, trying to open the door. Thank goodness for locked car doors and quick reflexes.
Oh, what the?
The captured Bigfoot. A spooky video has emerged on Reddit showing a cage placed in the middle of a forest with a massive creature inside it. Inside the cage, there are cameras providing a clear view of this legendary creature, emitting a terrifying growl and covered in a thick coat of fur. In addition to the creature, there are other people around the cage recording this Bigfoot-like being. The Bigfoot in the video appears to be very aggressive and clearly dislikes being inside the cage. It desperately tries to break free, and its immense power causes the entire cage to shake. If this video is indeed genuine, it raises the possibility of seeing these mighty creatures in zoos in the future. The uninvited guest in the apartment. A man in his apartment faced a strange problem. His food kept disappearing, and he suspected his girlfriend. However, she denied it. To catch her in the act, the man set up a security camera. What he discovered was truly terrifying. The camera captured a homeless-looking girl confidently entering the apartment through a hidden space above the doorway. She acted like she owned the place, opening the fridge, watching TV, and making herself at home. The man's daily routine continued while the uninvited guest freely helped herself to food and hid when he approached. It was later found out that she had been living with them unnoticed for a long time.
This is what I found.
The mysterious radiant orb. In this video captured by a Russian road camera, an unusual phenomenon unfolds. A radiant orb of light forms in front of the camera in the woods, gradually growing brilliantly bright before moving away and out of frame. The light lacks visible outlines or a clear source, puzzling viewers. Speculations about the source and nature of this mysterious orb are quite troublesome. The playful ghost child. This video captures what seems like the playful antics of a ghost child. A tricycle moves on its own, with its pedals moving as if someone is riding it, despite no one being present. The tricycle continues to move, eventually tipping over. Some suggest that a sloping floor or wind could explain this, but the owner insists the floor is level. This video has left everyone puzzled about the cause of the tricycle's unusual behavior. The enigmatic lakeside encounter. A video filmed by a fisherman of a Canadian lake captures a distant figure along the forest's edge. The creature resembles Bigfoot or a large ape due to its massive size and thick fur. Its enormous size compared to the surrounding trees suggests it could be between 10 and 12 feet tall. Fortunately, it does not appear to swim toward the boat, averting a tense situation. The unsettling rake sighting. A man claims to have recorded footage of the rake near his house. The video begins with the cameraman using a flashlight to investigate bushes at night. He spots a strange creature which he believes to be the rake and starts shouting at it. As he approaches, the creature's appearance becomes clear, prompting the cameraman to flee. The rake is typically described as a tall, hairless, pale humanoid creature, but its true identity remains a mystery. The transparent, childlike ghost. This video captures a real ghost sighting inside a home. A lady is seen walking down the stairs, followed by a transparent, childlike figure emerging from a doorway. The ghostly figure appears smoky and briefly comes out of the room before returning inside. As it does so, a chair in the room moves on its own. The homeowners have learned to coexist with this ghost, as such occurrences are apparently regular in their homes. The protective jinn. In this captivating video from India, we are offered a unique perspective on jinns. The footage unfolds on a street where a man finds himself pursued by another individual who seems intent on robbing him. A sudden and shocking attack ensues as the assailant assaults the first man, attempting to search him. However, the situation takes a remarkable turn when a mysterious figure emerges from within the very person being targeted by the robber. This mysterious entity, resembling what we might describe as a djinn, steps in to defend the victim and confront the assailant. With an aura of otherworldly strength, the djinn-like creature engages in a dramatic physical altercation, ultimately overpowering the would-be robber. The deceptive ghost child. This next video reveals a spine-tingling encounter with a ghost child. The story unfolds as we hear the mournful cries of a girl, accompanied by the appearance of a translucent, childlike ghost passing before the camera. The father, convinced it's his daughter in distress, rushes to her aid, unaware of the truth that is about to unfold. In a heart-pounding twist, the father's wife intervenes and reveals that their daughter is safely asleep elsewhere. The ghostly child, in a cunning act of deception, imitated the cries of the daughter to lure the unsuspecting father. The cryptic forest encounter. In a video posted on TikTok by a user named The Weird Shelf, a man and his dog spot a strange creature in the distance while out in the woods. The dog excitedly chases after the creature, described as a mix of an ape and a human, with a thick, black coat of fur. The creature is unusually large and stands upright. This encounter raises questions about the identity of this mysterious being and its presence in the wilderness. The Australian Bigfoot sighting. Venturing into the depths of the Australian Tarkin forest, a lone hiker goes on an expedition that leads to a spine-chilling encounter with what seems to be the elusive Bigfoot. The video commences with serene forest scenery, seemingly devoid of any extraordinary presence. However, the peacefulness is abruptly shattered as an immense, shadowy figure materializes from behind the trees. This colossal creature, bearing a striking resemblance to human form, walks purposefully through the forest. Its long limbs and upright posture are reminiscent of humanity, yet its existence challenges the boundaries of our understanding. The hiker, isolated in the wilderness, is confronted with the unimaginable prospect of a close encounter with one of the world's most elusive cryptids. The terrifying tree-shaking encounter. A hiker's unsettling experience is recorded in this video as he ventures into the forest. The hiker, visibly anxious and scared, hastily moves the camera as he hears a nearby tree shaking violently. Upon investigation, he spots an odd and massive humanoid creature causing the commotion. The creature's grunting and growling intensify as it becomes aware of the hiker's presence. Terrified, the hiker flees, ending the video. The creature's appearance is unlike any known animal, leaving us wondering about its true nature. The shadowy staircase pursuit. In this bone-chilling video hailing from Brazil, a security camera captures a surreal encounter on a staircase. The footage starts with a woman calmly going down a staircase. However, a menacing and shadowy figure materializes in her path. With the realization that something deeply unnatural is afoot, the woman instinctively flees from the dark entity. As she rushes upward, the figure appears to defy the laws of physics, levitating above the stairs, relentlessly pursuing her with spiteful intent. The video raises countless questions about the origins and motives of this otherworldly being. The dog's unearthly observer. Dogs are at the center of this mysterious video, captured by a home security camera. In the recording, a vigilant dog stands on a balcony, intently gazing into the yard below. Gradually, the dog's demeanor shifts from watchful to agitated as it begins to bark like crazy, evidently spooked by an invisible presence. Suddenly, a set of ghostly legs appears. The dog reacts with a mixture of surprise and fear, opting to retreat indoors. The shadowy legs, upon closer inspection, appear to move with exceptional speed. They leave behind a spooky, dark, smoky trail. The Goat Bully. This next clip, shot in Nepal, opens with goat owners waving sticks, seemingly searching for a threat. The goats, distressed and fearful, attempt to flee from an unseen menace. Then, the source of their terror becomes chillingly apparent. A bizarre creature has latched onto one of the goats. Initially reminiscent of a chimpanzee, it seems to seek sustenance from the animal. However, a closer examination of its facial features reveals it's something otherworldly. The creature's intentions towards the goat remain unknown, shrouded in mystery. The roof-perched, eerie being. In this unsettling video from an unnamed village, a humanoid figure, thin and bereft of fur or clothing, rests on the rooftop. Local residents gather around, drawn by the eerie aura emanating from this mysterious being. The figure, characterized by an otherworldly gaze, gazes blankly at the camera, leaving observers deeply unsettled. Its considerable size and hunched posture raise questions about its origins and intentions. While some may think it is a person struggling with addiction, the mysterious nature of its presence on the roof makes others think of something ghostly. Mysterious Dogman. During a survey at a feeding station in Tennessee, a researcher was hoping to uncover clues about a new species. However, his footage review took a chilling turn when he spotted a strange black shape attempting to blend in among the trees. This enigmatic figure stood out against the lush greenery, initially resembling a Sasquatch. Further analysis of the stabilized video revealed a terrifying creature, a dogman. This mysterious being watched the researcher from behind, adding a layer of unease to the survey. It raises questions about the existence of cryptids among us. Grizzly bear's close approach. A heart-pounding moment unfolds when a massive black bear unexpectedly approaches a tent in the wilderness. The scene is enough to make anyone's heart race, as it captures what could be the last image seen by those inside the tent. The spine-tingling encounter seems to show the bear curiously investigating the tent, leaving us in suspense about what happens next. Fortunately, everyone stayed unharmed in this terrifying encounter. Lisa's terrifying forest encounter. Lisa, a YouTuber by profession, typically documented cheerful experiences. However, one February night in 2022, parked in a secluded, wooded area, her life took a terrifying turn. At 4:30 a.m., she was jolted awake by an ominous knocking on her van. Confronting an unknown man behaving erratically, she initiated a tense exchange. The presence of headlights in the distance confirmed she wasn't alone. The man's unsettling behavior persisted throughout the night, circling her van and lurking in the darkness.
Yeah, somebody was just here again 3 times now.
The morning revealed footprints, confirming her fears of being stalked. The man's intentions remained a mystery, leaving Lisa shaken by the harrowing encounter. What could have driven someone to pursue her so relentlessly in the dead of night? Bear attack averted. In a Russian wilderness, a hunter found himself in a heart-pounding confrontation with an enormous bear. Accompanied by his loyal dog, he initially stalked his prey in the forest. However, within seconds, roles reversed, and the massive bear charged at them, endangering their lives. The bear, displaying ferocity, made multiple attempts to close in on the hunter and his dog. In a fortunate turn of events, the bear eventually retreated, sparing them a potentially life-threatening encounter. The footage captured the sheer intensity of this dangerous wilderness encounter. Cougar ambush on elk. In this perplexing scene, a group of elk is suddenly sent into a frenzy. At first glance, it appears that the elk were startled by an unknown threat. Let's take a closer look. As we zoom in, we can see a distinct, upright screen, revealing the presence of a plain country American wildcat, commonly known as a cougar, ambushing the elk. The man who captured this remarkable encounter on his trail camera later discovered the carcass of an elk calf just 15 feet away. This chilling encounter highlights the predator-prey dynamics and the relentless survival instincts of these animals. The haunted house surveillance. Intrigued by the paranormal, a homeowner set up security cameras to investigate claims of a haunted house. What the cameras recorded was nothing short of hair-raising. While the woman slept in her room, the door of a small cabinet creaked open. Later, the cabinet's interior light flickered erratically. Even more unsettling, the stand near her is moved, seemingly attempting to awaken her. Upon walking and calling for someone to investigate, a sequence of spooky events unfolded, with lights flickering and an ominous atmosphere permeating the room. Subsequent investigations only added to the sense of sinister within the house. Lioness's wire snare injury. In a heart-wrenching story of survival, we witness the plight of a lioness. Initially, it might seem that the lioness is falling from a tree, but her predicament runs deeper. This unfortunate incident began during a routine ranger patrol in a national park in Uganda. The patrol team noticed the majestic lioness sitting on a tree branch, but her condition was far from normal. The lioness had fallen victim to a snare trap that left her injured and in pain. The snare affected half of her face, presenting a horrifying situation. Thankfully, park rangers acted swiftly, tranquilizing the lioness and providing her with the medical attention she needed. After the removal of the trap and proper treatment, Nakarinda, as she's known, went on her way to reclaim her place in the wild. The mysterious bush encounter. A chilling video surfaced on TikTok, leaving viewers baffled by the appearance of a hidden creature within the dense underbrush. The video begins with a mysterious creature peeking from behind the bushes, its black fur camouflaging it among the greenery. The person recording the video expressed their unease, unable to identify this eerie figure. While it might initially resemble an ape or bear, its colossal size and inexplicable behavior, including its frightening stillness, raised suspicions. Was this truly a Bigfoot lurking in the wilderness and watching intently? We might never know, because the forest holds its secrets close. The snowy Yeti encounter. Amidst the serene, snow-covered forest, a trail camera captured a remarkable and mysterious sight. In the frosty wilderness, it unveiled the presence of a massive creature bearing a striking resemblance to the legendary Yeti. This elusive being, often associated with the Himalayan mountains, was caught in an unexpected act. The trail camera's lenses documented the snowman-like figure engaging in a bizarre behavior, tearing apart a wild animal and playfully launching it into the air. Approaching the camera with an air of unpredictability, the creature showed a blend of curiosity and aggression. Without any apparent provocation, it struck the camera with a powerful blow, leaving viewers mystified about its intentions. Many say this video is fake. What do you think? The majestic musk deer. A tranquil meadow surrounded by ancient trees became the stage for a delicate dance of nature. At the meadow's edge, 3 elegant deer stood composed. Their ears twitched, signaling their awareness of an unknown presence. A man observed from a respectful distance. A sleek fox quickly crossed the long grass, but still captured the attention of the deer. As the sun descended, tension electrified the air. In that fleeting moment, the buck and the fox shared a heartbeat of space before continuing on their individual journeys. The creepy, horse-headed intruder. Security cameras are meant to provide safety and peace of mind for households, but sometimes they capture scenes that leave us feeling uneasy. In this security camera footage, an individual is seen standing at a door, seemingly attempting to gain entry. At first glance, it appears to be a naked person with some form of disability struggling to get inside the house. However, as this figure lowers its head, we are confronted with something truly unsettling. A head that doesn't resemble anything human. Instead, it looks like the head of a horse. This mysterious entity stands upright on 2 legs, possesses a slender body, and oddly jointed arms. The truly unsettling question here is its intent in trying to enter the house. The creepy werewolf encounter. In a spine-tingling encounter reminiscent of folklore, a man in Brazil claims to have had a close encounter with what he believes to be a werewolf. Filmed nearly 3 years ago, this hair-raising experience unfolded when the man ventured into his backyard in response to strange noises. Armed with a flashlight, he stumbled upon an unknown creature lurking in the darkness. This mysterious being pounced on a wooden structure, revealing itself as a predatory beast. It launched a sudden attack on the man, who narrowly escaped. Unearthly humanoid. In a pretty ordinary setting, a person stumbles upon something utterly unsettling. A strange, pale creature walking in an eerie, unnatural manner. This thing boasts a bald head, pale white skin, and a frail, weak body. With elongated legs that seem to stretch for an eternity, this humanoid figure emerges from the shadows, leaving viewers astounded, perplexed, and a bit terrified. Is it a cryptid, an extraterrestrial visitor, or something else entirely? No one has definitively identified or explained this enigmatic creature. Similar encounters have been reported across the United States and around the world, often likened to sightings of the infamous rake. Mysterious supermarket specter. Our next video is captured by a CCTV camera in a quiet supermarket. At first, everything appears normal, but then the ordinary turns eerie. Fruits tumble from the shelves, shopping baskets roll by themselves, and doors shake violently. It's as if an unseen entity is playfully rearranging the grocery store. The entity's actions seem mischievous rather than malevolent, almost like a child at play. However, the shadowy figure at the end adds an unsettling touch to the scenario. Experts examined this footage for authenticity and found no evidence of tampering. The pixels are crisp, but they can't provide a rational explanation for these peculiar events. Encounter in the dark forest. This next video reveals a man and his horse's terrifying experience deep within a forest. While riding through the woods, the man and his steed encounter something that sends shivers down their spines. The horse especially becomes agitated and fearful, making unsettling sounds. As the man hears strange noises in the forest, he decides to record, hoping to impress his friends. Soon, he spots a figure behind a tree, attempting to hide. As he zooms in, a chilling sight emerges. A figure with a peculiar gray head peeking out before quickly retreating. The encounter leaves this man and his horse deeply disturbed, prompting them to leave the area swiftly. Was this an encounter with an alien, the infamous rake, or merely a prankster in the woods? Mystical guardian of the Maya train. The Maya train project has stirred both excitement and controversy during its development, with numerous anomalies and sightings reported. This photograph captures a stone depiction of a lux, a mythical creature believed to be a guardian of the forests and natural environments. The image highlights the creature's role in protecting its territory, even as development encroaches. The presence of glowing eyes adds a haunting dimension to the tale, symbolizing the Lux's fierce determination to resist technological progress. Haunting night drive. Imagine driving alone through the pitch-black night, surrounded by darkness and isolation. That's the situation in this video, recorded from an onboard camera on a motorcycle. The deserted road offers no signs of civilization or fellow travelers. Suddenly, a white figure comes up at the road's edge. The driver, caught between fear and curiosity, chooses to keep moving forward. The figure appears to be a woman in a white robe, but the circumstances are far from reassuring. Despite the eerie encounter, the driver decides not to stop, a decision many would likely make in such a spine-tingling scenario. Paranormal Hospital Night Shift. Up next, this video shows a security guard on a nighttime shift. He takes out a clipboard and removes a barrier as if ushering someone forward, all while appearing to address an unseen person. He then proceeds to receive a wheelchair and seems to wait for an invisible occupant before pushing it down the hallway. The guard later recounts that around 3 a.m., an elderly woman entered the lobby, claiming to have left something in her room. He dutifully recorded her name and purpose of the visit and offered her the wheelchair, but she declined. When she didn't return, he checked with the ward, only to discover that no one had visited. Further investigation revealed that the woman in room 915 had passed away hours earlier. Crazy, right? The 8-legged trail cam intruders. Spiders seem to have an inexplicable fascination with cameras, often appearing in unexpected moments. Their creepiness knows no bounds as they boldly crawl across the lens. But the fascination doesn't end there. In this story, a family with a Ring doorbell on their front porch experienced a similar phenomenon. Multiple spiders decided to take center stage on the camera, with their comings and goings recorded for posterity. The question remains, do these spiders simply crave fame? Or is there something controlling their behavior? Mysterious eyes in the forest. Here we have the creepy moment of a ghostly figure among the trees. Initially, the scene shows water flowing downstream with no unusual activity. However, strange movement in the trees on the left soon becomes apparent. Upon zooming in, a ghostly figure can be discerned amid the foliage. Whether a glitch or something more sinister, this anomaly was not present earlier in the video, leaving viewers puzzled. Sydney's mysterious motion. This unsettling video originates from Sydney, Australia, where a motion-activated night vision camera captured mysterious movement. Although leaves and bushes sway in the wind, the camera is triggered by an object that seems larger and more significant. The video claims to be unedited, and even after enhancement, the footage remains cryptic. Large eyes and a sizable head appear to survey the surroundings, adding an eerie touch to the video's inexplicable events. UFOs over Nevada desert. In a recent and unexplained video from just a week ago, TikTok user Iceman Fox captured a phenomenon that sent shockwaves through the UFO community. The footage, taken over the central Nevada desert, featured 3 unidentified flying objects. The high-definition video not only showcased the UFO's presence, but also captured the distinct sound of these mysterious craft. Even more astonishing, the video showed USAF F-22 Raptor planes in pursuit of these unidentified objects. The chilling footage ignited speculation about extraterrestrial activity and government engagement with unknown aerial phenomena. In an era of increased UFO sightings and controversy, this video adds to the intrigue surrounding these mysterious encounters. Dave's terrifying goblin encounter. Dave, an older gentleman, had a motion-activated camera in his backyard, primarily used for security purposes. He occasionally checked the camera, rarely capturing much of note, until one fateful night in August 2023. The photograph that emerged from his evening would shatter Dave's reality. The image featured a creature unlike anything from this world, a pale, emaciated figure resembling a goblin or an extraterrestrial entity. Panic initially led Dave to suspect a prank, possibly orchestrated by friends or family. However, an exhaustive inquiry yielded no culprits. Confused and terrified, Dave turned to research, discovering the possibility of a cryptid encounter, potentially the infamous rake. The photograph left Dave questioning his perception of reality. Rare black coyote. In this next video, a mysterious group of animals have been spotted, prompting speculation about their identity. Could they be black wolves? The animals seem to be on a mission, possibly hunting for their next meal. After thorough research and investigation, it was confirmed that these creatures are rare black coyotes. While typical coyotes are known for their yellow or brown fur, black coyotes are a rarity. Stanford Joel's trail camera on Sullivan's Island in 2016 captured 7 of these black coyotes, each weighing between 30 to 45 pounds. Creepy eyes on the ceiling. A mother left her child alone at home for a brief trip to the grocery store. The child took her phone and recorded himself in what was meant to be a fun video. However, as the child moves through the house, something unsettling is revealed. There was a pair of eyes on the ceiling behind him, emitting an eerie glowing light. The eyes appear to convey a sense of dread, and the child remains blissfully unaware of them. Toward the end of the recording, an even more disturbing figure appears in the corner of the frame. This chilling experience leaves questions about what might have occurred while the mother was away. Fisher Cats Unleashed. Prepare for a front row seat to an unexpected wildlife spectacle courtesy of a stealth cam trail camera. Two ferocious Fisher cats engage in a fierce quarrel right before the lens. The intense battle unfolds as these elusive creatures clash in a rare up-close wrestling match. Captured by Justin Hoffman outdoors on YouTube, this fascinating footage provides a glimpse into the secret world of these fierce predators. While the outcome of this wild encounter remains unknown, the sheer intensity and proximity of the battle leave viewers in awe. Haunting roadside encounter. Imagine driving on a deserted road in the middle of the night, your headlights illuminating an uncanny figure ahead, dressed in all white. This unsettling scenario unfolds in this video. The driver captures something strange in the distance, an unusual presence that's difficult to identify. The video highlights the countless tales of encountering ghosts, spirits, and other anomalies on dark, isolated roads. The figure in the video may remain a mystery, but the spine-tingling experience is undeniable. Chilling window stare. Here, a vigilant individual spots a pair of ominous eyes peering through a window between the trees. The intense gaze seems fixed upon the observer, raising questions about whether it's a lurking predator or something more supernatural. The red hue of the eyes adds an extra layer of eeriness, making it a spine-chilling sight, especially when encountered late at night. Terrifying dollhouse. This next video unfolds in a house where a babysitter makes a chilling discovery. Creepy dolls facing the wall throughout the home. These dolls, dressed as children, appear strangely out of place. The babysitter examines them, finding real human hair on one. As night falls, the babysitter decides to mimic the doll's peculiar positions. However, her playful act leads to an unsettling experience. In the mirror, the reflection of a girl with long hair passes by, a girl who doesn't match the child she's babysitting. The video takes a disturbing turn as lights malfunction. What started as an ordinary babysitting gig spirals into a nightmare, leaving the babysitter and viewers alike with more questions than answers. Appalachian Enigma. The Appalachian Mountains, known for their breathtaking beauty, also harbor the unknown. One traveler found himself face to face with an enigmatic creature that left him baffled. This mysterious encounter occurred when he was stuck, unable to identify the creature that appeared before him. He zoomed in, but the identity remained elusive. This perplexing being possessed large eyes, a gaping mouth, and a pale, whitish face. Some observers speculated it might be an apple, while others ventured to suggest a harbor seal. Even more intriguing theories surfaced, including those of a ghost bird, a crawler, a possum, and even Psyduck from the Pokemon universe. The quest for understanding led to a curious collection of speculations. The tragic tale of the zombie moose. Next up, we delve into the story of a bull moose affected by a brainworm, a parasite that wreaks havoc on these majestic creatures. This disease directly affects the nervous system of the moose, rendering them weak, fearless, partially blind, and lacking coordination. The afflicted animals often move in circles until they succumb to paralysis, meeting a tragic end. The brainworm originates from parasites found in deer feces. These parasites can infect snails and slugs on the forest floor, which are then consumed by moose while foraging for vegetation. The result is a devastating condition for these magnificent creatures. Buffalo's vengeance. Rescue missions don't always end as expected, as demonstrated by this incident in Kruger National Park. Park rangers embarked on a mission to save a buffalo trapped in a mud pit, hoping for a successful rescue. However, the buffalo, distressed and agitated, reacted unpredictably. Instead of fleeing to freedom, it launched aggressive attacks on the rescue vehicle, attempting to destroy it. Fortunately, no team members were injured, as they managed to escape the wrath of the provoked buffalo. The bandit orangutan. In this unusual encounter, a tour guide's beloved boat becomes the center of contention between him and an orangutan. The primate, appearing to be on a mission, attempts to hijack the boat. The confrontation escalates as both the man and the orangutan wrestle over control of the boat. The intense struggle includes a dramatic rope tug-of-war, but the man's determination succeeds as he fends off the primate's efforts. This captivating incident unfolded near Bukit Lawau, providing an unexpected twist during a routine tour. Spying biped in the Idaho wilderness. In the dense wilderness of Idaho, 2 park rangers on a routine survey had an unexpected encounter that sent shivers down their spines. While initially expecting to encounter a bear, they were taken aback when they noticed strange eyes spying on them from within the forest. What they saw defied their expectations. A massive black creature standing upright on 2 legs, resembling the mythical Bigfoot. One of the rangers bravely pursued the creature, but it swiftly retreated into the woods. The encounter left them shaken and bewildered, igniting discussions and speculation about the existence of this legendary creature. Wolverine versus reindeer. In the frigid wilderness of Norway, an astonishing and terrifying scene unfolds. An epic battle between a wolverine and a massive reindeer. This extraordinary event captures the wolverine's relentless pursuit as it clings to the reindeer's back. The reindeer vigorously attempts to shake off the wolverine, but the predator's grip remains unyielding. Despite moments of struggle and falls, the wolverine's determination to claim its prey is evident. The outcome of this chilling encounter remains uncertain. The sleeping beast of Kentucky. A team of dedicated researchers, on a quest for over 5 years, captured a rare glimpse of what they believed to be a Sasquatch in the dense woods of Kentucky. In June 2005, they documented a massive, hairy beast at rest among the trees. Despite skepticism and claims of it being a hoax, the researchers remained steadfast, even citing DNA evidence supporting the existence of this elusive creature. This encounter has added a layer of mystery to the legend of Sasquatch, raising questions about its existence and its role in the natural world. Bigfoot sighting in Russia. Deep within the forests of Russia, an intriguing video emerged, capturing an unidentified creature. Speculation ran rampant. Was it Bigfoot? A bear? Or someone in a Bigfoot costume? The video went viral, sparking debate and curiosity worldwide. Local reports from residents who claim to have also witnessed such creatures in the area added to the intrigue. While the video lacks definitive proof, it fuels the enduring mystery of Bigfoot and its potential existence. The intense bear fight. Rarely do we witness a confrontation between wolves and a bear in the snowy wilderness. In Yellowstone National Park, a brave wildlife tour guide recorded a tense encounter. The bear's initial discovery of food led to an intense standoff with a pack of hungry wolves. The wolves, eager to claim their catch, repeatedly confronted the bear. In the end, the bear was left to contend with its hungry adversaries. This extraordinary encounter highlights the struggles for survival in the unforgiving wilderness. A herd in panic. A herd of white lambs finds itself in a panic, fleeing from an ominous and terrifying creature. A farmer faced a distressing situation where many of his cattle mysteriously perished, each bearing a bite mark on their necks. two theories emerged, one suggesting vehicular accidents, and another hinting at legendary creatures akin to vampires. As the farmer investigated further, he encountered a bizarre creature with an unnatural and unsettling appearance. This creature was believed to be a chupacabra, known for its mythical and vampire-like characteristics.
The Sleepwalking Enigma. In a puzzling video captured by a police officer's body camera, a young woman in a nightdress was discovered in a disturbing state. She crouched next to a car in a twisted, animalistic manner, her posture almost defying human capabilities. In a disconcerting twist, she leapt to her right with a grace resembling a startled dog. What followed was even more creepy. She began eating something from the ground while maintaining an unnatural hunch in her back. Finally, she stood up and went back to her house. The true mystery unfolded when the girl who received this video from the police claimed it couldn't possibly be her. She insisted that she had been in bed.
The fact that I worked the next morning and I have to wake up at 6 a.m., I know I was in bed. I know.
Preparing for work the next day and waking up at 6 a.m. The difference between her testimony and the footage is genuinely unsettling. What do you think happened? The Forest's Unexpected Threat. While boarding on a thrilling adventure through the forest, one never anticipates the terror that can descend from above. In this astonishing video, an adventurer shares a tale of encountering an utterly unexpected threat, a mountain lion. This apex predator, suspended high in the trees, appeared composed to strike unsuspecting prey below. The mere thought of a mountain lion tumbling from the heights is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. In the video, the big cat seemed to be waiting patiently for the perfect moment to pounce and secure its next meal. The Eerie Wildlife Cam. Wildlife cameras are renowned for capturing the untamed beauty of nature, but sometimes they expose anomalies that defy explanation. This particular wildlife cam, put in a remote location, captured a wild boar approaching with an obvious uniqueness: its limping walk. The wounded creature, with its eyes glowing eerily in the camera's flash, raised questions about the cause of its injury. Could it have been another wild animal that inflicted the injury? The Merrimack Forest Fisher. Set in the Merrimack Forest of New Hampshire, a trail camera captured an unexpected visitor at 12:50 p.m. Initially mistaken for a squirrel, a closer examination revealed it to be a fisher. This small predator, rarely seen, made a brief but captivating appearance. It leapt onto the trail, briefly explored its surroundings, and then quietly retreated into the forest. The fisher's midday appearance is a fascinating yet mysterious encounter, raising questions about its intent and presence in the vicinity. The Mono Lake Figure. In the midst of a serene day at Mono Lake, California, a tourist aimed their camera at the breathtaking landscape. As they panned to capture the rock formations beside the lake, something surprising happened. Only upon reviewing the footage did the tourist realize that an enormous dark figure, similar to the legendary Bigfoot, had briefly came up from behind a rock. The figure's massive frame and thick black fur left a permanent impression on the person who recorded it. Was this the mysterious Bigfoot? Or was it an entirely different kind of wilderness inhabitant? The White Bigfoot Stalker. Scott Carpenter, a resident of an area he believed sheltered a unique white Bigfoot, embarked on numerous forest journeys, armed with cameras to capture evidence of his mysterious nature. Hours of footage and careful scrutiny revealed a recurring presence: a white figure lurking near bushes and trees, maintaining a watchful eye on his every move. One of the most striking sightings captured the creature's distinctive white coloring, which stood out starkly against the forest's lush greenery. Despite its unnerving demeanor, the creature appeared cautious, perhaps fearful of being discovered. The Cave Enigma. In a small Asian town, residents had reported hearing strange sounds originating from an abandoned cave. Curiosity led them to explore, and what they encountered was deeply unsettling. Inside the cave, they discovered a woman on all fours, moving toward them in a disconcerting and frightening manner. Her pale, creepy appearance and chilling gaze left the townsfolk shocked. As she crawled closer, the sense of dread deepened. Her actions seemed to defy logic, leaving those present in a state of shock. What had drawn her to this forsaken cave, and why did she move in such an otherworldly manner? These questions are still unanswered. Bigfoot's Great Escape. These guys were wandering deep in the woods when, out of nowhere, a camera caught Bigfoot in a thrilling act. This creature, known for being as mysterious as politicians' promises, emerges from the underbrush. But hold your horses. This isn't your average Bigfoot sighting. This Bigfoot, with a baby in tow, decides to show itself to the world. And you know what? It strolls along, making eye contact with the camera like it's auditioning for a Bigfoot reality show. The baby Bigfoot, well, it looks like a mini gorilla actually. And we all know gorillas don't usually walk on two legs. So what's the deal here? Is Bigfoot really a mama on the run? The Frozen Headcaper. Meet Peter Bigfoot, who claims to have the head of the one and only Bigfoot frozen for 65 years. Hold on a second. Does Bigfoot's head really look like a human's? Peter might be stretching the truth, or maybe he's just desperate for some attention. Now, we aren't Bigfoot experts, but we've seen our share of blurry videos, and let's be honest, Bigfoot's head probably isn't chilling in someone's freezer. But hey, who are we to say for sure? It's a step closer to solving the Bigfoot mystery. Between this and a gorilla-like Bigfoot, what do you more believe in? Mountain Mysterious. Imagine this. You're hiking in Marble Mountain, just having a jolly old time, and bam! You spot a tall, lanky figure moving down a ridge. Hold on, isn't Bigfoot supposed to be all stocky and furry? This one looks like it's been on a diet. But seriously, what's up with that height? The posture's all weird too. Is this Bigfoot or just some tall hiker with an identity crisis? We're guessing it's the latter. But hey, the mystery continues. The Bear Chase. So, you're biking in the woods, minding your own business, and suddenly, you've got a bear chasing you. What do? Well, the cyclists have a brilliant idea. They held their bikes high and started shouting like they were auditioning for a monster movie. And guess what? It worked. The bear decided these folks were a bit too wild for its taste and skedaddled. But imagine if it didn't. That would have been one heck of a story to tell. Lesson learned. When in doubt, channel your inner beast. The Fierce Forest Duel of the Stags. In the heart of the woods, a hidden trail camera captured a gripping showdown between two majestic male deer, locked in a ferocious battle. They engaged in an intense struggle, their antlers clashing with bone-chilling intensity. The echoes of their duel filled the forest as they pushed and grappled, refusing to yield. Such confrontations are commonplace in the animal kingdom, where males vie for the privilege of a mate. But this face-off, captured in all its raw glory, was anything but ordinary. The primal energy and determination of these two stags left us with a deep sense of wonder and fear. What primal forces drive these creatures to such extremes? Leonardo's haunting. Leonardo thought his house was haunted, and boy, was he right. He set up a camera in his mom's spooky kitchen, and what he caught will make your hair stand on end. The oven door started creaking open and shut, and utensils flew around like they were auditioning for a ghost role. But that's not all. A shadowy figure decided to make a cameo appearance, and it sure looked like a ghostly lady. Leonardo's brave, but this specter means business. Ghostbusters, maybe. Underwater Nightmare. As they stand by the dock on a pleasant day, a fish resembling a character from a horror movie comes into view. Its eyes appeared as two tiny stars within a dark galaxy, and its teeth were the stuff of nightmares. However, there's an unexpected twist to this encounter. The fish shows no interest in causing terror. Instead, it goes about its business, calmly swimming around. What kind of fish is this, one might wonder? It's similar to a horror movie extra that has forgotten its script. The mysterious van encounter. Imagine driving down a forest road and stumbling upon a white van obstructing your path. The driver's demeanor suggests he harbors some hidden agenda. As things progress, the situation takes an even stranger turn. One of the individuals from the van approaches and initiates a conversation. However, what begins as a friendly exchange eventually transforms into a horrifying ordeal. These men aren't merely disposing of trash. They're ready to confront any threat head-on. What could be so significant that they're willing to go the extra lengths to safeguard their secret? Trash talk would have been far less alarming, to say the least. The staring creature. In the middle of darkness within the woods, two spooky eyes come into view, fixated on a house. Undeniably creepy, right? The observer decides to investigate, zooming in for a closer look. Those eyes don't show friendliness, but here's the twist. A call-out is issued, yet those eyes remain unmoved. No one can guess whether it's a stalker or merely a shiny object reflecting the moonlight. The truth may forever remain mysterious. Russian Yeti chase. Picture this. You're cruising along with your family when a hairy black creature starts chasing your car. Yeah, that happened to this Russian family. They thought it was a Yeti, but ain't Yetis supposed to be all white and fluffy? They couldn't figure out what it was, but the way it moved, it looked like it was auditioning for a zombie flick. So, did the Himalayan Yeti decide to take a vacation in Russia? We're not buying it, but it sure makes for a wild tale. The eerie shadow. Next, we have a tale from the YouTube user Lance Pylon 361. At first glance, this trail cam footage seems ordinary, just a couple of deer casually wandering through the night. But pay closer attention, and you'll witness an unsettling anomaly. As Lance zooms in, a peculiar white shadow passes through the screen. It's a distinct ghostly shadow that defies explanation. This seems to be a spirit of someone or something that met its end in those woods long ago. Lance remains spooked, and the mystery remains unsolved. The deep sea encounter. In the depths of the ocean, a brave deep-sea diver had a chilling rendezvous with a fish unlike any other. This peculiar creature possessed a facial structure so alien that it defied all comparison. Despite its spooky appearance, the diver dared to reach out and touch it, attempting to feed it by cracking open a shell. What made this encounter truly hair-raising was the fish's strangely human-like expression, with a bump on its forehead. Remarkably, it displayed a weird calmness, almost as if it were oblivious to its own otherworldly features. This spine-tingling encounter left us wondering, what mysterious abysmal world did this enigmatic fish call home? Watcher of the Woods. A family camping in the deep woods stumbled upon an unsettling presence. Their phone's camera recorded a tall, mysterious figure moving silently among the trees. While it was hidden by fog, the camera managed to show a chilling shadow. It walked upright on two legs, cloaked in inky black fur. The details remained mysterious, but one thing was certain. It had an uncanny resemblance to the legendary Sasquatch. The intentions of this shadowy creature remain shrouded in mystery. Was it a benign wanderer, or did it harbor more sinister designs on the unsuspecting campers? The Russian wilderness. A man, stranded in the Russian wilderness, found himself in the grip of an icy territory. Because his truck stopped, he went on a quest for help. The snowy landscape stretched endlessly, and with each passing moment, his sense of isolation deepened. Then, a creepy realization crept over him. He wasn't alone. The man began recording as a sinister presence trailed his every move. The unearthly creature moved on all fours. Its humanoid head displayed an unsettling curiosity as it inched closer to the stranded man. The intentions of this enigmatic being still remain mysterious. Was it a mere prankster or a cryptid out in the Russian wilderness? Hunt of the Raccoon. This raccoon went on a desperate quest for food along the riverbank. With relentless determination, it scoured the terrain, its hunger driving it forward. In a twist of fate, it nearly caught its prey but lost it in the river's depths. The raccoon then plunged into the water in hot pursuit. As the chase unfolded, another raccoon emerged, intent on taking advantage of its companion's efforts. A menacing standoff takes place, complete with raccoon-induced punches and shrieks. These nocturnal creatures battled fiercely for their survival, which leaves us to consider the harsh laws of nature. The Wolves' Snowy Ballet. On a snowy day, a pack of wolves danced gracefully across the frosty landscape near the edge of a dense forest. Their coordinated movements showed the profound bonds that held this tight-knit family together. As they headed purposefully in one direction, something weird happened. One of the wolves broke away from the group, moving closer to the camera, with its amber eyes locking onto the lens. With a mixture of awe and fear, we witness a wolf's primal curiosity, its ancient instincts intersecting with the modern world. Rocky Mountain Bigfoot. The Rocky Mountain Sasquatch YouTube channel, known for documenting compelling Bigfoot evidence, has uncovered a new enigma. A hunter and his son stumbled upon an enormous creature while leaving their deer camp. Take a look at this colossal figure lurking in the distance. This encounter occurred during rifle hunting season in a well-known area, making it unlikely for a human to be wandering recklessly. To test this theory, they placed a 6-foot-tall man in the same spot. Yet, the comparison revealed that the creature on the left is much taller and broader. Nearby footprints measuring 16 inches in length and 8 inches in width only deepen the mystery. Could this be the elusive Bigfoot lurking in the shadows? The Patterson-Gimlin Film Mystery. This short but haunting motion picture claims to show an actual encounter with the massive Bigfoot in North California. The film's authenticity has long been debated, with skeptics and believers clashing over its legitimacy. Nevertheless, the stabilized version offers a clever view, showcasing a creature that represents the classic traits associated with Bigfoot. Its almost conical head, dark fur, and distinctive gait provide a tantalizing glimpse into the world of cryptids. Yet, as technology advances, recent footage of Bigfoot is becoming rarer, raising questions about the creature's continued survival in the wild. Is it a creature of myth or a real being? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. The Mysterious Bedroom Visitor. So, this couple decided to set up a camera in their bedroom for who knows what reason. As they're snoozing away, something strange happens. The bedroom door, all on its own, decides to swing open mysteriously. But that's not all. There's something else in the mix. Something dashing across the floor. Now, here's where it gets really spooky. The guy's hands start lifting as if some invisible force is messing with him. Can you believe it? We're not quite sure if this is a clever hoax or a legit supernatural shindig. Picture yourself snoozing through this. Spooky, right? The creepy figure in the distance. Here's a strange tale of a woman, groceries, and a spooky surprise. So this lady's bringing in her groceries when her daughter points out something super creepy in the distance. The family dog isn't having any of it. It spots a human-shaped shadow and goes full-on watchdog mode, growling like there's no tomorrow. But then, it all goes quiet. The dog stops dead in its tracks, refusing to go any further. The spooky part, the eerie figure just stands there, like it's auditioning for a horror movie. The Jaywalking Ghost. Now check this out. A street camera captures some bizarre footage of a ghostly figure going all rebel and jaywalking. This dark shadow strolls right across the street in a parking lot. And here's the kicker. A car is headed straight for it. The car smacks into the ghostly entity, but guess what? It disappears into thin air. The driver freaks out and stops the car, trying to figure out where the ghostly hitchhiker went. Nothing, nada, zilch. No trace of the ghost. Now, we wish we could tell you more, but there aren't too many details on this one. Where did it happen? Who knows? But it sure got us scratching our heads. The Forest Night Stalker. Imagine wandering through the woods at night, because, that's always a great idea. Suddenly, you spot something that'll make your skin crawl. A creepy, pale, and almost corpse-like figure. It's all hunched over, letting out this eerie cry. Like a baby with a sore throat. Now, here's the kicker. This camera person doesn't run away from there. Nope, he keeps on filming. This cryptid, whatever it is known for moving at a snail's pace or just standing still in a lot of videos. Is it something we should be scared of? Or is it more afraid of us? Let us know in the comment section below. The Window Peeker. Alright, this one's a head-scratcher. We've got a curious visitor peeping through a window, and let me tell you, it's really creepy. Watch it closely a few times, and you'll start second-guessing everything. Is it a little gray alien on its first Earth expedition? Or just a black cat with a knack for lurking? The replay with more lights seems to show some furry humanoid creature with glowing eyes, hiding like it's afraid of something. The Epic Deer Showdown. It's that time of year when bucks gather to prove who's the king of the forest. They go antler to antler in a grand spectacle of strength, all for bragging rights and a chance to impress the ladies. In this clip, it's like a choreographed dance-off, where the weapon of choice is the end of a hat stand. They've got their moves and their vocalizations, and they push each other around to show dominance. It's survival of the fittest out here. But remember, never bring a hat stand to a deer fight. Glowing abilities. Google Maps Anomaly. Google Maps, a tool for exploring the world, can also unveil the extraordinary. A user stumbled upon the pale, lifeless face of a child while browsing a local park. The abnormal skin color and ghostly appearance have led many to believe it's the spirit of a child who met a tragic end in that very place. Skeptics offer theories of glitches, editing, or even a real child behind a tree. Yet the eerie presence remains unexplained. A ghostly child in a digital realm, watching silently. The disturbing laughter in Oregon. Our next tale takes us to a small Oregon neighborhood plagued by unnerving laughter echoing from the nearby forest. Two courageous locals decide to investigate, capturing a video of the eerie laughter that sent chills down their spines. Police found no trace of any wrongdoing in the woods. Speculations range from a deranged human to a paranormal presence like a skinwalker or even a cunning animal. The unsettling laughter remains a haunting mystery in the heart of Oregon. The Backyard Nightmare. A man once shared a video on Facebook seeking answers to a terrifying encounter in his own backyard. The footage revealed a creature both horrifying and bizarre, leaping about aggressively with creepy hissing sounds. Upon closer inspection, it resembled a ridiculous creature with hands, legs, thin wings, and sinister horns. It seemed to emerge straight from the depths of hell. Even the brave dog in the video hesitated to approach this nightmarish entity. A chilling visitor indeed. The Forest Chase. In the dead of night, far from civilization, a chilling encounter unfolded. A car's rear-view camera captured a desolate forest road during a reverse maneuver. Initially, everything had appeared ordinary, but then a shadowy figure emerged in the distance. It started slowly but ominously approaching the vehicle. As the figure got closer, panic had set in, and the driver had accelerated away. The long arms and massive frame of the figure had left us wondering, was it a Bigfoot or a cryptid, or something else entirely? The forest concealed its secrets well. The enigmatic forest cam. Nanny cams were meant to reassure parents, but sometimes they uncover the inexplicable. In this video, a child appeared to leave a room, but as they returned, a second childlike figure appeared and peeked out from behind the sofa. The chilling part, there had only been one child in the house at the time. Was it truly a child, or something sinister and otherworldly lurking in the shadows? The nighttime bush encounter. In the midst of a dark night, a curious individual had explored a field of bushes, armed with night vision. Suddenly, a bizarre creature, hunched and eerily human-like, had been discovered among the bushes. When it had gazed back at the intruder, terror had taken hold, and a hasty retreat had been in order. Was it a skinwalker or something else? The wilderness has too many secrets. It's actually scary. The Forest Ranger's discovery. The forest ranger documented the natural world and stumbled upon a colossal Bigfoot-like creature in the distance. Its massive frame, long arms, and thick black fur had defied explanation. It had walked on two legs, moving with a posture that had hinted at its humanity. I feel like this could be a genuine sighting of the legendary Bigfoot. The wilderness had hidden more mysteries than we could fathom.
Mysterious appearance. In this video, captured by a traffic camera, a mysterious scene unfolds. Initially, the road appears completely empty, and then suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, a woman mysteriously appears. She is carrying heavy bags, and her walk suggests that she's older. What baffles viewers is how she could have moved so swiftly that the camera didn't capture her arrival. Some speculate that it might be a camera malfunction, causing a momentary stop and resume when the lady was already at that point. However, if it isn't a technical glitch, it would indeed be fascinating to expect the possibility of humans possessing teleportation powers. Encountering a demon. This next video claims to show a real encounter with a demon. It commences with the camera focused on a house window, where two glowing eyes stare back directly at the camera. The creature, or demon behind the window, has an unholy gaze and remains utterly motionless. As the camera zooms in, eerie details become visible, such as the pitch-black nature of the creature, which reflects no light despite the lighting. Furthermore, the demon's head features menacing horns. After a moment, the creature moves away and goes out of sight, followed by a loud and quick banging on the door. The unexpected guest in the background. In this video shared on Facebook, a mother proudly showcases her baby's new hat. However, an unexpected and spine-chilling guest makes an appearance in the background. A dark, childlike figure moves swiftly. The nature of this figure is profoundly unsettling. Its tall, shadowy shape lacks any distinguishing features, making it appear otherworldly and sinister. This unexpected presence in the home provokes profound shock and fear, leaving the mother to wrestle with the disturbing possibility that an otherworldly entity has entered her home. The video serves as a stark reminder that even the most ordinary moments can take a terrifying turn in the presence of the paranormal. The Yeti's massive footprints. The Himalayan mountains, known for their stunning vistas, hold another layer of intrigue, a reported sighting of the mythical Yeti. Indian Army personnel on an expedition at the Makalu base camp stumbled upon colossal footprints measuring a remarkable 32 by 15 inches. These footprints far surpass human dimensions and defy comparison to any known animal in the region. They bear testimony to an entity of tremendous size and power. While skeptics have ridiculed these findings, they pose a tantalizing question. Could the Yeti be a relic of a once hidden species still lingering in the world's remote corners? Alligator's nighttime rendezvous. In the pitch-black darkness of the night, a trail camera captured this surprising guest. An alligator, having seemingly had a long day, settles down for a snooze right in front of the camera. But the story takes a twist when a doe wanders into the scene. She notices the sleeping reptile and decides to step lightly, but a quiet sound alerts the alligator, prompting a hiss of warning. The alligator eventually returns to its sleep, while the doe continues her nighttime wanderings. This is truly a peculiar nocturnal encounter in the animal kingdom. Florida's mysterious skunk ape. Amidst the swampy wilderness of Lettuce Lake Conservation Park, our intrepid observer captures a figure moving stealthily. At first, it appears to walk on all fours, but as the footage unfolds, it stands on two legs, defying conventional wisdom. Is this the mysterious skunk ape, Florida's own cousin of the Bigfoot? With its towering presence and fur-covered body, it certainly fits the description. The skunk ape, known for its smaller stature compared to its Bigfoot cousin, shows how weird our world really is. Bigfoot's stroll in the woods. On a clear day, a man stumbled upon a sight that defied explanation. An imposing figure resembling Bigfoot, leisurely strolling through a forest clearing. This towering creature, walking upright and taller than an average human, boasted long, ape-like arms and a shaggy coat of brown fur. While the video quality left much to the imagination, the evidence hinted at the existence of the legendary cryptid, Bigfoot. Could this elusive being truly be responsible for countless sightings and tales? The visitor at the window. A woman comfortably nestled on her sofa had a spine-tingling encounter that set her dogs into a frenzy. A dark figure materialized at her window, capturing the attention of her vigilant canines. Frightened, she began recording. As she filmed, the enigmatic figure vanished. Her dogs, no longer agitated, suggested that the perceived threat had passed. Confused and uncertain of what she had witnessed, she pondered the intentions of this mysterious apparition. Was it a mere shadow, or something more sinister? Ocean mystery, the clawed fish. What lies beneath the waves can be a source of fascination and fear. In this case, a fisherman reels in a creature from the depths, bearing an astonishing combination of fish-like features and clawed limbs. While the ocean is known to house a multitude of strange and wondrous species, this particular specimen leaves many baffled. Is it a fish, a crab, or something entirely different? Maybe the fish lived by aliens during their visit to Earth. The mysterious hand in the sewer pipe. Recently, something weird happened deep within the depths of a sewer system. A hand emerges from the muddy water, reaching out towards the passing camera. It's a spooky sight, evoking an atmosphere of creepiness and uncertainty. Upon closer examination, however, it appears that this might be nothing more than a scared frog reacting to the presence of the camera device. The surreal setting and lighting made it seem a lot more sinister. Chilling forest screams. Two adventurous kids ventured deep into the woods, documenting their exploits when eerie screams pierced the forest's silence. Initially, the distant cries seemed like a prank, possibly children playing tricks. But as the screams intensified, so did their fear. Drawing closer to the source, their panic grew. The chilling cries for help echoed through the woods, casting an ominous pall. Terrified, they retreated to a nearby grassland, yet the desperate pleas for assistance persisted. What had they encountered? Was someone truly in distress? Or was there something more sinister afoot? Enigmatic forest encounter. A wildlife enthusiast exploring the heart of the forest unexpectedly crossed paths with the unknown. Zooming in with his camera, he captured an enigmatic, hunched figure with its face hidden. Towering and wrapped in brown fur, it seemed wary of being observed. As the video rolled on, the creature retreated, leaving the observer puzzled. Could it be an ordinary orangutan? Another mysterious sighting of Bigfoot? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Spanish Mountains Mystery. In the middle of a blizzard in the Spanish mountains, a peculiar figure emerges from the snowy landscape. It moves swiftly, standing upright on two legs, covered in a shroud of white hair. Despite the challenging conditions, it maintains its bipedal stride, evoking a sense of mystery. though it may appear unsettling, resembling a distant relative of Bigfoot known as the Yeti. The sighting remains a source of debate and speculation. Armed soldiers in the forest. In a most unexpected twist, a trail camera captures a group of fully armed soldiers, each armed with automatic rifles, as they traverse through a forested landscape. While the natural world often takes center stage in trail camera footage, this time it's a display of military training and readiness. The soldiers' presence, initially puzzling, was later revealed to be part of a training exercise. The unusual encounter serves as a reminder that not only animals are part of the wild, but even humans can be found there doing the unexpected. The polar bear's unusual request. In the remote reaches of Russia, a man had a surprise visitor, a polar bear. Contrary to expectations, the massive bear didn't display ferocity, but seemed to seek assistance. A tin can was stuck on its tongue, causing it discomfort and likely days without food. Attempting to free the bear with his hands proved futile, so the man called animal specialists to aid the distressed creature. They successfully removed the can and returned the bear to its habitat. The persistent door knocker. Imagine an unexpected visitor incessantly knocking on your door, setting your dog on edge. This was the unnerving situation a young couple faced. The man, displaying courage, ventured toward the door while the dog barked. To their shock, the knocking ceased, but the ominous figure managed to enter. The video ended as the man fled from the impending danger. Was it a spirit or something more sinister lurking in the shadows? Glimpsing the unseen in the night. Picture being alone in a dark forest at night with an unsettling feeling of being watched. A curious man captured something truly strange. A gray, ghostly entity near a tree, slowly rising and revealing its pale form. It had long, elongated arms and a humanoid appearance. This enigmatic figure may have been a cryptid, or worse, a skinwalker. Faced with such a terrifying sight, what would you do? Brave dogs confront mountain lion. In a snowy, rugged landscape, a mountain lion found itself cornered on a rock ledge, encircled by 3 brave dogs. With trackers around their necks, the dogs barked relentlessly, alerting their owner to the predator's presence. Despite its massive size, the mountain lion remained surprisingly calm, its powerful frame puffed up to appear even larger. A potentially dangerous standoff was averted, thanks to the courageous dogs. The Dobby Mystery Unleashed. In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a mysterious creature resembling the beloved Dobby character from Harry Potter was captured on camera. This peculiar incident has puzzled residents and online viewers alike. A creature with slender limbs and wide eyes seemingly dances in an otherworldly manner, similar to the famous house elves. Months have passed, yet the identity of this mysterious being remains a mystery. Despite attempts to debunk it, there has been no success. Whether a prank, a trick of the light, or something truly out of the ordinary, the Dobby-like creature is something that is not normal at all. Alien encounter in the bushes. Behind the underbrush of a sloping terrain, our friend stumbles upon an otherworldly creature. The video initially conceals the bizarre figure, but as the camera moves, it reveals a creature with an abnormally small head, neck, and arms. Could this be an extraterrestrial visitor? As the creature gazes about, its large, dark eyes capture our imagination. Is this a chance encounter with an alien on Earth? Or perhaps a cleverly edited video designed to confuse our minds? Let me know what you think in the comments. Mysterious midnight stroll. A homeowner, intrigued by otherworldly creatures, installs trail cameras. What they capture is truly spine-chilling. A figure dressed in a white robe wandering the empty grass fields under the shroud of night. Is this a ghostly apparition or a sleepwalker lost in the midnight hour? The timestamp, displaying 11:45 p.m., adds to the eerie atmosphere, leaving us with an unexplained mystery. Such tales of haunted properties are not uncommon, and the presence of ashes spread on the property only deepens the intrigue. If you crave more inexplicable footage, stay tuned for the foreign. Reindeer Rumble. In the heart of the wild, a trail camera captures an epic showdown between two mighty reindeer. These majestic creatures lock horns in a fierce battle of strength and determination. One appears younger, its antlers not fully grown, but the reason for their clash remains a mystery. Perhaps it's a battle for mating privileges or a struggle for dominance. Whatever the cause, it's a fight to remember. Suddenly, their attention shifts, and the battle comes to an unexpected halt. What could have distracted these contenders? Without answers, they part ways. A frightening wolf encounter. Moving on, in this dashcam footage, a man takes his trusty dog for a run in the woods. Suddenly, the dog frantically starts barking, directed at a lurking figure in the grass. Without warning, the creature, which is actually an enormous wolf, springs into action and leaps towards the dog. Its pursuit is swift, and the dog is small in comparison to the beast. The naturalness of the creature's movements and the dog's genuine reaction cast doubt on any potential fakery going on. Wolves can indeed reach impressive sizes, but this one appears unexpectedly huge. Could this be a rediscovery of the rare dire wolf, long thought extinct? Footage of Brian Laundrie. In this horrifying footage, the focus shifts from the usual natural wonders to a chilling human encounter. It's believed to have captured Brian Laundrie, a fugitive wanted in connection with the tragic disappearance and death of Gabby Petito. As the video unfolds, Laundrie is seen traversing through the forested wilderness, attempting to evade authorities by traveling through the wilderness instead of civilization. The eerie implication is that this might be one of the last sightings of him while he was still alive. Ultimately, his life ended in tragedy, a self-inflicted gunshot wound leaving investigators with more questions than answers. Mysterious Malaysian sea creature. Venturing into mysterious waters off the Malaysian coast, a fisherman named Anwar Paktam encounters a truly otherworldly creature. It resembles an eel, but with a ghoulish twist. The creature's elongated form, wide mouth armed with sharp teeth, and bizarre lack of eyes have sparked wild speculation. But fear not, dear viewers, for it's no sea monster. It's a peculiar species known as the goby eel, a close relative of elongated mud gobies. These carnivorous creatures can be found in muddy coastal areas, though they usually don't grow as large as the one in the video. It's a spooky encounter with a creature from the depths. The Bigfoot Saga. Deep within a serene forest, this guy captures a strange figure on camera. This mysterious being, covered in black fur and walking on 2 feet, resembles none other than the legendary Bigfoot. The footage reveals a creature of immense size, distinct from any ordinary forest creature. As our videographer zooms in, it becomes clear that this is no ape. It's a true blue 2-footed creature. However, the creature's intentions remain a mystery, adding an extra layer of intrigue to this tale. Mysterious figure in the forest. Late one evening, a curious TikToker recording peculiar occurrences around her home was startled by an eerie sound. While tending to her chicks in the pen, she heard an unsettling cry echoing from the nearby forest. Like an animal in distress, it seemed to plead for help. With a flashlight in hand, she ventured into the woods, recording the experience as she went. What she captured sent chills down her spine. A spectral white figure near a tree. At first glance, it eluded her camera's gaze, but when she circled back, it was there. A thin, white enigma seemingly tied to the tree. The strangest part? It vanished as she moved out of her camera's range. Was this ghostly presence responsible for the eerie forest sounds? The cow elk with a crooked neck. Wildlife officials were left bewildered when they encountered this animal in distress. Local opinions varied, with some suggesting it may have been injured by a vehicle, while others proposed more mysterious causes. What made this case even more unsettling was the discovery of other animals with similar conditions. The existence of such phenomena raises questions about whether these are the result of accidents, rare epidemics, or even the legendary concept of skinwalkers. Intense bear standoff with wolves. In a rare and fascinating scene, a bear finds itself in a standoff with a pack of wolves in a snowy landscape. While bears are known to hibernate, this unique encounter captures a hungry bear and a vigilant pack of wolves. The bear initially appears to have found a meal, but is confronted by the wolves who fiercely protect their catch. The intense dynamics between these powerful animals left everyone with a sense of fear. Chupacabra and the Lost Lambs. A disturbing scene unfolds as a farmer faces the mysterious loss of his cattle, each bearing bite marks on their necks. Amid speculation of vampires, another legendary creature emerges, the Chupacabra. This creature was spotted grabbing a lamb and seemingly attempting to feed on its blood. The Chupacabra manages to escape with its prey, leaving questions about the existence of these supernatural beings. Cat versus fox. This short camera footage captures a unique encounter between a cat and a fox, both eyeing each other intently over an egg placed mysteriously in the middle. The fox, eager to claim its prize, hisses, determined to protect its treasure. But this particular fox appears hesitant to get any closer to the fiercely hissing cat. The cat seems to be missing a front leg, yet it doesn't get scared in the face of this confrontation. Could this be the reason behind its unyielding aggression, knowing it can't rely on speed to outrun the fox? The fox attempts to approach a few more times, only to be met with the cat's relentless lunges, ultimately causing the fox to retreat in defeat. The mysterious figure in the bushes. A couple of boards on a nighttime journey down an empty road, everything looking ordinary until they pass a line of bushes and encounter a bone-chilling sight. Hidden amidst the greenery is a slender humanoid figure lurking in the shadows. As the video plays a second time, we can distinguish the figure's unsettling features: a full gray, unnaturally slender form. This otherworldly presence bears an uncanny resemblance to the enigmatic skinwalkers of folklore, shrouded in dark mystery and speculation. Could this be a genuine sighting of a skinwalker silently stalking its next prey under the cover of night? The final moments of a deer. Captured by a motion detection trail camera, this heart-wrenching footage unfolds in the heart of nature's unforgiving arena. A deer, in its final moments, gasps for breath, surrounded by a pack of relentless wolves. Despite the hesitation displayed by the wolves, the deer's chances of escape seem bleak, its position untenable, and its fate sealed. In the relentless cycle of nature, this unfortunate incident signifies the survival of the wolf pack, a somber reminder of the circle of life. The enigmatic, armless, hairy walker. This enigmatic figure, recorded by a trail camera, evokes a sense of curiosity and wonder. A small, hairy creature, walking upright on two legs, strolls through a backyard, its body hidden beneath a thick shroud of hair. Strangely, it appears to lack arms, giving it an almost comical appearance. The footage raises questions about the identity of this peculiar being. Is it a creature from the depths of mythology, or simply someone in a costume? Himalayan encounter. In the breathtaking landscape of the Himalayan mountains, a group of adventurers captured their exploration on camera. However, as they ascend to higher altitudes, an unexpected encounter awaits them. they stumble upon a towering, hairy behemoth navigating the challenging terrain. This creature, estimated to stand between 6.7 to 9 feet tall, moves with ease, defying the harsh conditions. Experts examine the footage, debating whether this could be one of the best glimpses of Bigfoot. The remote location and the creature's size make it challenging to dismiss as a mere hoax. The enigmatic McDowell encounter. In the heart of McDowell County, a man and his trusty companion, Daisy, went on an adventure. Equipped with cameras and fueled by curiosity, they set out to uncover the secrets lurking in the country's lush wilderness. Their recorded footage showcases a scene that seems to exist on the edge of reality. The figure in the recording remains unidentified, leaving viewers in awe and sparking a global online frenzy. McDowell County is now at the center of a digital storm, with enthusiasts and skeptics alike surprised by this long-standing mystery. Encounter at dusk, meeting Bigfoot. In the eerie darkness of a dense forest, a group of hikers embarked on an unusual midnight expedition. However, a feeling of being watched sent shivers down their spines. And suddenly, a rustle in the bushes shattered the stillness. Before them stood a towering figure illuminated by the pale moonlight. The hikers found themselves face to face with the legendary Bigfoot, standing at over 8 feet tall, covered in dense fur. The creature both fascinated and terrified them. Then, as swiftly as it had appeared, Bigfoot retreated into the depths of the forest, disappearing into the abyss of leaves. Parasitic creature attached to a goat. In this unsettling video, villagers converged around a distressed goat, prodding it with sticks. The goat appears to be afflicted by a parasitic creature, something black that clings to its body. Eventually, the villagers manage to dislodge the creature, and it quickly disappears into the shadows, resembling a shadowy, fast-moving figure. While the initial impression may be that of a snake, the creature's actions and appearance defy easy classification. The biker's encounter with a strange figure. A biker navigating through a forested area suddenly encounters a mysterious figure that leaps in front of his path. Shocked, he halts his motorcycle and turns to investigate. However, the figure vanishes as quickly as it appeared, leaving the biker confused. Upon close examination and slow-motion analysis, the figure appears to have characteristics reminiscent of a monkey. Yet the biker insists that it was unlike any monkey, bearing gray skin and appearing as a hybrid of a dog and a monkey. The incident still remains shrouded in mystery. Strange lights near a camera. This intriguing footage presents an unusual occurrence in front of a camera. A series of strange lights appear, seemingly inspecting the camera closely. While other parts of the field remain unilluminated, these curious lights hover in the vicinity of the camera, creating an eerie spectacle. The exact cause of these lights remains elusive, with theories ranging from particles getting too close to the lens to more supernatural speculations. Rescue from a car crash. In this CCTV footage, a girl attempts to cross the street while unaware of the two oncoming cars. It appears that she only notices the first car, which slows down to a stop. However, the second car continues approaching, endangering the girl. In a heart-pounding moment, an individual dashes forward, snatching the girl from harm's way just in the nick of time. The hero quickly moves her to safety, while the cars behind them come to a halt. Figure on all fours. A chilling video shows a mysterious figure moving on all fours like an animal, yet its long and slender limbs defy conventional identification. This eerie presence appears to take notice of the camera, casting a haunting glance before continuing its slow journey. The strange, unexplained movements and appearance of this creature prompt a sense of unease and uncertainty. It neither behaves like a typical animal nor a human. Eerie presence on security camera. A lady recounts her unsettling experiences sensing an unusual presence in her home. To investigate, she reviews older security camera footage. What she discovers is deeply unnerving. A transparent and smoky figure enters her house and hovers near the trash bins before vanishing. This bizarre apparition may be the source of her eerie sensations, leaving her with a disconcerting discovery. Chilling Bigfoot sighting in the forest. Encountering a terrifying creature like Bigfoot, especially with children, is a parent's worst nightmare. In this video, a parent records their child as they explore the forest. In the background, a massive figure can be seen passing between two trees, resembling Bigfoot. Neither the parent nor the child seems to notice it during the actual moment, but they discover it later while reviewing the footage. The sheer size of the creature is staggering, and the video leaves viewers wondering what might have occurred if the Bigfoot had noticed them. Elk trapped in a tire. Trail cameras are often used to capture unusual scenarios in the forest. In one instance, environmentalists and activists were on a mission to find an elk with a tire hanging around its neck. A trail camera recorded the video of the elk running with the heavy tire around its neck. The rescue operation, involving tranquilizer darts and careful removal of the tire, was successful. The antler of the elk was also removed during the process to facilitate the tire's removal. While the elk endured a challenging experience, it would recover and regain its freedom. The mysterious disappearing car. One of the internet's most baffling and viral dashcam videos came from a police car in Garden City, Georgia. The chilling footage showed a white sedan being pulled over for reckless driving. Instead of cooperating, the driver evaded the police, speeding away at over 100 miles per hour. The pursuit seemed like any other, until the sedan seemingly vanished behind a metal fence. The officers were stunned, and viewers were left bewildered. Was it a supernatural event, or was there a logical explanation? The mysterious disappearance of the car continues to haunt the internet, raising more questions than answers. Encounter with strange spirits. In the forest, many have reported encounters with strange spirits, witches, and other unexplained phenomena. One individual driving near a forest noticed a faceless figure engaged in unusual activities. The figure appeared small and was performing some strange ritual involving fire on the ground while holding a shovel. Encounters like these can be quite unnerving, leaving people puzzled and often traumatized. The white truck. Two truck drivers were cruising down the highway when a white truck suddenly raced up to them, forcing them to stop. But here's the weird part. No one got out of the white truck. The driver just sat there, staring at them like a ghostly specter. Fearing the worst, the truckers tried to drive away, but the white pickup tailgated them menacingly. The tension rose as they lost the pickup in a thrilling chase. Thankfully, the police intervened and apprehended the driver, who turned out to be not quite in his right mind. Talk about a close call. Naked crawler encounter. Driving through dense forests can be unnerving, as unexpected encounters may occur. One transport driver had a startling encounter with a naked crawler in the middle of the road. The crawler, appearing deformed and terrifying, approached the driver. Fearing for his safety, the driver turned his vehicle around to escape from the creature. Such encounters highlight the mysteries and potential dangers that lurk in the depths of the forest. Canadian Mount Temple mystery. This video was captured by a hiker exploring the rugged terrain of Canadian Mount Temple. The footage begins with a dry, rocky mountain landscape, with something resembling a shadowy presence approaching from a distance. This mysterious entity seems to cause the muddy rocks on the ground to shift as it moves closer. What's intriguing is that it appears to interact with the environment, affecting the rocks around it. As it nears, the backpack lying on the ground also reacts to its presence. The entity passes by the camera person before vanishing. While it might be tempting to speculate that it's a supernatural being, a more rational explanation could be a localized, ground-level wind phenomenon, like a miniature tornado, capable of lifting small rocks along its path. Intense black bear fight in the snow! Black bears are powerful creatures, and this video showcases two black bears engaged in a fierce battle in snowy terrain. They rear up on their hind legs and deliver a relentless onslaught to each other, using claws, mouths, and sheer force. The intensity of their fight is captured as nearby branches break upon their collisions. The video leaves viewers speculating about which bear emerged as the victor in this intense battle. Mysterious zombie-like figure. Hiking in the wilderness can take a strange and spooky turn, as seen in this video captured in the Canadian wilderness. Initially showing a peaceful view of a lake, the video zooms in to reveal a bizarre, zombie-like figure walking on the opposite side of the lake. This figure, entirely white and walking in an unsettling manner, adds an eerie atmosphere to the serene setting. It disappears into a cave-like opening across the lake, leaving a sense of mystery. Mysterious figure in the Ocala Forest. While hiking in the Ocala Forest, a group came across a river and noticed something unusual crossing it in the distance. The figure had an orange hue, initially resembling an orangutan. However, upon zooming in, they discovered it was neither an orangutan nor a human. This creature had a slightly hunched posture and a broad body shape. Speculations arose, with some suggesting it might be a person dressed up in a Bigfoot costume, while others believed it could be the legendary Bigfoot itself. The mystery surrounding this creature continues to intrigue. Terrifying alligator. Florida's lakes and rivers are known for their abundant alligator populations, and one man had a frightening encounter while fishing in a forest lake. Spotting an alligator in the water, he became understandably frightened. The alligator appeared ready to strike, and the man had to use an oar from his boat to fend it off and keep it at bay. Given the precarious situation, with the potential for his kayak-like boat to tip over, the encounter was genuinely alarming. Fortunately, the video ends without any harm happening.
Oh my alligator, you scared the piss out of me.
Bigfoot encounter on bikes. Two friends decide to go on a bike ride through the woods. Not far into their journey, they encounter something truly unusual. A massive, hairy creature reported to be a Bigfoot. This gigantic animal was walking toward the trees on its 2 feet, exactly like a human being. The friends couldn't believe their eyes as they watched this humongous creature. Fortunately, they managed to escape the dangerous situation without any injuries. It's important to note that Bigfoots or Sasquatches can be dangerous and are often reported as aggressive toward humans. The friend later checked their bike camera for footage and posted it on social media, shocking the world with the sighting. Scary deer covered in warts. The Quality Management of the United States discovered a terrifying sight through a trail camera, a deer covered in warts. The captured image is horrifying, as the deer's deformed face was covered in these warts, weakening its vision. While the disease is not contagious, the sight of the deer is truly distressing. The warts appear like hard rocks glued to its body. The deer must be experiencing significant pain and requiring immediate medical assistance. Unfortunately, finding such infected animals in the forest and providing medical help can be extremely challenging. Aggressive bear fight. Bears are often portrayed as adorable animals in movies, but it's essential to remember that they can be dangerous as well. In this video, 2 bears are seen aggressively fighting over territory in the woods. The cinnamon bear appears weaker compared to the darker bear, and the fight ends with the darker bear defeating the cinnamon bear. While many bears may look different bear species possess varying degrees of power and can potentially harm humans. Animal fights like this one are relatively common in the forest, highlighting the competitive nature of wildlife. Mysterious humanoid with wings. In a forest, two boys and their father were enjoying their time in the backyard when they noticed a peculiar firefly approaching them. As they zoomed in for a closer look, they saw a humanoid creature with wings flying toward them. Shocked and frightened, they ran away from the area where the humanoid came from. Encounters like this can be extremely unsettling, as the boys are traumatized by the strange creature they never expected to encounter in the forest. Tiny alien encounter. During a midnight camping trip in the forest, a group of friends spotted a tiny alien hiding behind a tree. As one friend approached the alien, it quickly fled, leaving no trace behind. The group was left in awe, having witnessed an alien presence in the forest. Encounters like this challenge our understanding of the unknown and the mysterious phenomena that may exist in the natural world. Tragic outcome for raccoon and coyote. This disturbing image captures the tragic outcome of a raccoon and a coyote trapped in a tree. The raccoon is hanging lifeless from a tree branch, while the coyote lies dead on the ground, its paws stuck inside one of the branches. It appears that the coyote chased the raccoon up the tree, but fell and got trapped. Unfortunately, both animals perished in this unusual scenario. Instances like this serve as a reminder of the harsh realities of survival in the forest. Screams from the forest. In this video, a woman records unsettling and eerie screams originating from the forest. These screams were exceptionally loud and had an unsettling quality, resembling the sounds of multiple creatures. While mountain lions are known for their creepy human-like screams, these were different. They had a deep, rumbling quality that was unusual. Some speculated that these sounds might be connected to skinwalkers. The woman wisely chose not to venture into the forest to investigate the source of these eerie sounds. Paranormal activity. Security cameras are intended to enhance safety, but they sometimes capture inexplicable events. In this video, posted on TikTok under the account Paranormal Highway, a door handle starts to turn on its own. The door handle turns multiple times, as if someone on the other side is attempting to open it. Strangely, there was no one at home during this time. The door swings open, revealing an empty space, but the security camera records an outline of a person. This eerie encounter suggests the presence of something unexplained within the house, raising questions about its origin and intentions. Gorilla rampage. Gorillas, often seen as gentle giants, can unleash surprising chaos when provoked. Our next story takes us to a heart-pounding moment when a wild gorilla decides to go on a full-scale rampage. Witness the awe-inspiring sight as this primate charges towards onlookers, sending them sprinting for safety. Fortunately, everyone escapes unharmed, but it's a stark reminder that these unpredictable creatures can surprise us. So, next time you spot a gorilla in the wild, keeping a safe distance might prove to be a wise move. The Midnight Stalker. As homeowners slept peacefully inside their residence, a massive mountain lion silently lurked around their property. The idea of such a formidable predator lurking just outside their home was utterly terrifying. Fortunately, no one ventured outside during this spine-chilling moment, avoiding what could have been a potentially chilling encounter. Captured by a Ring doorbell camera, this heart-pounding event played out in the dead of night, leaving the homeowners in disbelief when they reviewed the video the next morning. Deadly Desert Rattler. A desert adventure took a spine-chilling twist when a group encountered a western diamondback rattlesnake. This predator, armed with a lethal bite and a penchant for aggression, was not to be trifled with. The heart-stopping footage captured a daring individual getting dangerously close to the rattler, which responded with a menacing display of its rattling fangs. It was a close call, serving as a stark reminder to steer clear of dangerous animals, especially venomous snakes. The adrenaline rush from that encounter lingered for days, making the video a viral sensation on social media. Growling in cave. A courageous explorer ventured into a cave after hearing eerie growls echoing within its depths. The decision to record the chilling sounds led to an unsettling experience. These unsettling growls could have come from a bear, but there was also the possibility of a more sinister creature lurking in the darkness. This video added to the mystique of unexplored and remote locations, where unknown creatures might still roam. The exploration of such places continues to captivate the human spirit and curiosity. Close encounter with a terrifying tornado. Tornadoes are among the most frightening natural occurrences, and this video captures a massive tornado dangerously close to the person recording. The individual remains remarkably calm while standing near the tornado, even as it looms threateningly nearby. Although the tornado doesn't cause damage in this instance, the sheer power and size of such natural phenomena are awe-inspiring and nerve-wracking to witness. Haunting encounters at an abandoned house. This video, posted on Facebook, reveals unsettling encounters in an abandoned house. The uploader explains that they left this old home for disturbing reasons. The video depicts a series of eerie events, including unexplained noises, doors banging, and even a dark figure passing by a doorway. The video captures the intense fear and tension in the house, emphasizing the haunting presence within. Eerie footprints. Van Isa, a content creator documenting her van life travels, experienced a terrifying ordeal while parked in her van one night. She was awakened by knocking sounds near her ear at 4:30 a.m., finding herself alone and frozen with fear as someone seemed to be outside her vehicle. The mysterious intruder repeatedly knocked, leaving her deeply unsettled. Later, in daylight, she discovered footprints all around her van, adding to the mystery and leaving her questioning the intent of the mysterious intruder.
I hear footprints.
Abandoned Little People Village. Middlebury, Connecticut hides a chilling secret: the abandoned Little People Village. However, the truth behind this peculiar village is as mysterious as the tales that surround it. In 1924, a resident named William Joseph Lennon bought the land with dreams of running a gas station. Fate had other plans, leading to the creation of a complicated nursery with little brick and stone buildings. Rumors of curses and hauntings are in abundance, but it turned out to be a fascinating piece of history, a testament to the secrets of the past. Spain's terrifying cryptid. Near Catalonia, Spain, a cryptid humanoid known as the Catalan creature, or the Catalan fallen angel, has baffled investigators for years. This gaunt and skeletal figure has sent chills down the spines of those who have witnessed it on camera. With its quick and panicky movements, it leaves viewers questioning its origins. Speculations range from it being an undiscovered species to darker possibilities, like a demonic presence. Its outstretched back even hints at the remnants of a fallen angel's wings, adding to its haunting nickname. The unearthly flying lizard. Deep in the woods of the Philippines, a remarkable creature known as the flying lizard or tiny dragon displays its unique flying ability. Although not capable of true flight, this lizard can jump up to 25 feet using its delicate membrane of tissue under thin arms. Resembling a miniature dragon in flight, it has earned the title of Tiny Flying Dragon, making it an extraordinary and fascinating inhabitant of the Philippines. Mysterious noises in the woods. In February of 2013, residents of a neighborhood in northern Oregon reported hearing peculiar and eerie laughter-like sounds emanating from the nearby woods. These noises, loud and bizarre, echoed through the area, leading some to believe they could be foxes or coyotes. However, others disputed this explanation, as the noises didn't match the typical vocalizations of these animals. The origins of these unsettling sounds remain a mystery, leaving residents puzzled and unsettled by the strange occurrences. The Pokemon from Indonesia. In the heart of Indonesia and Malaysia, tales of the Pokong have struck fear into the hearts of locals for generations. This wrapped ghost, trapped in a shroud, is a creature of terror capable of hopping like a rabbit or even teleporting. In 2008, a chilling legend came to life when a man's bike ride turned into a spine-chilling encounter. As the camera rolled, the alleged Pokong appeared in the darkness. Its presence sending shivers down the man's spine. The ominous video left viewers questioning the existence of this ghostly creature and contemplating the boundaries of our reality. Bandits beware. In this spooky Russian tale, a lone trucker faced a gang of menacing bandits. With nerves of steel, he clutched a trusty steel pipe, ready for anything. The bandits demanded money, but he stayed locked inside his truck, calling for backup from fellow truckers. A convoy of comrades quickly arrived, surrounding the bewildered bandits like a pack of wolves. With a thrilling display of teamwork, they flipped the bandits' car, leaving them stunned. Realizing they had crossed the wrong truckers, the bandits fled into the shadows, never to be seen again. Spine-chilling werewolf sighting. Driving alongside a desolate forest road at night can set the stage for spine-chilling encounters, as demonstrated in this video. A car navigates the dimly lit forest road, and suddenly, something swift darts across the path right in front of the vehicle. Upon closer examination, through slowed down and zoomed in footage, it becomes apparent that the creature has a striking resemblance to a werewolf with characteristic physical features. It moves with remarkable speed and vanishes from view almost instantly. What amplifies the horror of this encounter is the fact that the driver was alone on this isolated road. Dave's terrifying goblin encounter. Dave, an older gentleman, had a motion-activated camera in his backyard, primarily used for security purposes. He occasionally checked the camera, rarely capturing much of note, until one fateful night in August 2023. The photograph that emerged from his evening would shatter Dave's reality. The image featured a creature unlike anything from this world, a pale, emaciated figure resembling a goblin or an extraterrestrial entity. Panic initially led Dave to suspect a prank, possibly orchestrated by friends or family. However, an exhaustive inquiry yielded no culprits. Confused and terrified, Dave turned to research, discovering the possibility of a cryptid encounter, potentially the infamous rake. The photograph left Dave questioning his perception of reality. Rare black coyote. In this next video, a mysterious group of animals have been spotted, prompting speculation about their identity. Could they be black wolves? The animals seem to be on a mission, possibly hunting for their next meal. After thorough research and investigation, it was confirmed that these creatures are rare black coyotes. While typical coyotes are known for their yellow or brown fur, black coyotes are a rarity. Stanford Joel's trail camera on Sullivan's Island in 2016 captured 7 of these black coyotes, each weighing between 30 to 45 pounds. The trail camera enigma. In late 2022, a mysterious video surfaced on Reddit showcasing a bewildering encounter captured by a trail camera. Positioned near the woods outside the uploader's father's workplace, the video begins innocuously enough, revealing a wooden path. However, the peacefulness quickly gives way to an inexplicable and unsettling twist. A peculiar spirit, or possibly 2, appears to stroll along the path in front of the trail camera. The entity's eerie, unnatural movements have left viewers perplexed, sparking discussions but yielding no answers. This footage continues to mystify, leaving us to wonder about the mysteries that live within our world. The curious case of the haunted doll. In Jonesboro, Indiana, an unsettling video emerges. A creepy doll sits alone on a green chair in the middle of a desolate road. It seems abandoned, But what happens next will send shivers down your spine. As if guided by an unseen hand, the doll and chair topple over without a single soul in sight. Theories are running wild, and according to one haunting possibility, could this doll be possessed by a restless spirit? Do you believe in the supernatural? Shark attack on fishing boat. The video captures a terrifying moment at sea as a shark launches an aggressive attack on a fishing boat. The shark suddenly emerges from the water and bites the boat with incredible force. The fishermen are startled, and the video captures their screams and frantic efforts to fend off the shark using a rowing tool. Sharks are known for their strength and agility, and this encounter shows the dangers lurking in the ocean. Mysterious Bigfoot footage from Alaska. A Facebook user claims to have captured footage of Bigfoot during a camping trip in Alaska's boreal forest. The person behind the camera attempts to conceal themselves while recording a large, dark figure moving in the distance. This enigmatic figure briefly appears in the frame before disappearing into the woods. While some might argue it could be a large ape or gorilla, the way it moves sets it apart. Its walking posture resembles that of a humanoid rather than the typical gait of an ape. The massive size and body frame align more with the legendary description of Bigfoot. Sleepwalking mother's disturbing behavior. This video, shared by a Reddit user, showcases a rather unsettling scene involving a sleepwalking mother. The Reddit user explained that they were asleep, but woke up at 2 in the morning due to some noise coming from the kitchen. Curious, they decided to investigate and stumbled upon their mother, who was sleepwalking. Her actions were somewhat disturbing as she kept opening and closing the oven. Suddenly, she stopped, and an eerie silence filled the room. When the person recording called out to her, her mother turned her head toward them in a rapid and frightening manner. This unsettling scene challenges the usual benign nature of sleepwalking incidents. Naked crawler in forest. This video captures a peculiar and eerie sight in a forest. Instead of an animal or a bird, the trail camera reveals a naked man crawling through the area. Even from a distance, it's evident that this individual is engaged in unusual activity. What makes this encounter even more mysterious is the uncertainty surrounding his purpose. Is he a person in distress, struggling to walk and resorting to crawling in a desperate attempt to seek help? Or could he be under the influence of drugs or facing other issues? The possibilities are endless. What do you think it is? Strange branch-like creature in the woods. Here, a girl exploring the woods comes across a peculiar-looking branch that seems to take on the shape of a bizarre ape-like creature hanging from a tree. The girl notices the thing on the branch appears to move its head slightly. While this movement isn't entirely clear in the video, a closer zoom reveals an eerie face with discernible eyes and a mouth. This mysterious presence on the branch could either be a creative formation of nature or something more mysterious attempting to blend into the forest environment. Creepy eyes on the ceiling. A mother left her child alone at home for a brief trip to the grocery store. The child took her phone and recorded himself in what was meant to be a fun video. However, as the child moves through the house, something unsettling is revealed. There was a pair of eyes on the ceiling behind him, emitting an eerie glowing light. The eyes appear to convey a sense of dread, and the child remains blissfully unaware of them. Toward the end of the recording, an even more disturbing figure appears in the corner of the frame. This chilling experience leaves questions about what might have occurred while the mother was away. Skinwalker presence at a road accident. This video comes from Spain and documents the aftermath of a road accident. Paramedics and first responders are seen tending to injured individuals at the scene. Within the chaos, an observer lurks in the background, unnoticed by everyone present but captured by the camera. Upon closer examination, this lurker appears to be a humanoid creature completely naked, with long arms and a resemblance to a skinwalker. The presence of this enigmatic creature at an accident scene raises unsettling questions about its potential involvement or intentions. The mystery surrounding its presence adds an eerie layer to an already disturbing situation. Kangaroo Showdown in Australia. This video transports us to the kangaroo-filled lands of Australia, where a wildlife photographer captures a fascinating sight. In the distance, two kangaroos are engaged in a heated battle, throwing punches with great intensity. They run and return to their sparring match, displaying remarkable agility and swiftness. Kangaroos are known to engage in such bouts, which serve as a way to teach their young ones self-defense. Nature's lessons can be truly captivating, and observing wild animals in action is always an incredible sight. Mountain lion's flawless deer hunt. This trail cam footage captures the awe-inspiring moment when a mountain lion expertly hunts down a deer. The deer, peacefully grazing in the grass, is unaware of the impending danger. Suddenly, a pair of glowing eyes emerges from the side of the bush. It's a mountain lion. With remarkable agility and precision, the mountain lion pounces on the deer, launching itself into the air to ensure a precise neck bite. The flawless execution of this hunt is evidence of the extraordinary capabilities of these majestic creatures. Heartwarming forest fountain for wild animals. This heartwarming and captivating video shows a forest fountain designed for wild animals to quench their thirst. The footage features adorable moments of various animals coming to drink water. A wolf, skunk, raccoon, and even a small snake take turns partaking in the refreshing water from the fountain. Birds swoop in to get their share of hydration, with some forming a delightful gathering around the fountain, almost like a pool party. Mysterious female Bigfoot with baby. These intriguing photos, captured by a trail camera, showcase a female Bigfoot strolling through the woods with a baby Bigfoot clinging to her back. The female Bigfoot, covered in thick, black fur, appears massive compared to the trees in the background. The second close-up picture provides a clearer look at the baby Bigfoot clinging to her. These photos have offered a rare glimpse into the world of these mysterious creatures and their intriguing family dynamics. The uninvited guest in the apartment. A man in his apartment faced a strange problem. His food kept disappearing, and he suspected his girlfriend. However, she denied it. To catch her in the act, the man set up a security camera. What he discovered was truly terrifying. The camera captured a homeless-looking girl confidently entering the apartment through a hidden space above the doorway. She acted like she owned the place, opening the fridge, watching TV, and making herself at home. The man's daily routine continued while the uninvited guest freely helped herself to food and hid when he approached. It was later found out that she had been living with them unnoticed for a long time.
This is what I found.
The mysterious radiant orb. In this video captured by a Russian road camera, an unusual phenomenon unfolds. A radiant orb of light forms in front of the camera in the woods, gradually growing brilliantly bright before moving away and out of frame. The light lacks visible outlines or a clear source, puzzling viewers. Speculations about the source and nature of this mysterious orb are quite troublesome. Ghost of Oklahoma. In Shawnee, Oklahoma, a hidden trail camera captured a bone-chilling spirit. The motion-activated camera snapped a photo of what appeared to be a woman in a flowing gown right in the heart of the forest. Was it a lost soul wandering in the woods? Or could it be the spirit of someone who met a tragic fate? This ghostly encounter leaves us with more questions than answers, challenging our understanding of the paranormal and the unexplained. The Slender Man sighting. Have you ever heard of the Slender Man? Well, we just might have its first ever sighting. A trail camera captures an image of the infamous Slender Man seated amidst the forest's eerie stillness. Long considered a fictional creation to frighten children, this photograph challenges our assumptions. Although no child kidnappings were reported nearby, the photo ignites the unsettling possibility that the Slender Man may exist. Lightning fast crocodile attack. Crocodiles are often seen as slow and lethargic predators, but this video shows just how fast they can be. A wildlife photographer documented a crocodile emerging from a lake when suddenly the crocodile launched a lightning-fast attack towards him. The attack is remarkably swift and agile, but fortunately, the man manages to retreat to safety. It's an incredibly close and terrifying encounter, as he was in very close proximity to this formidable creature. Transparent spirit. In this video, a user claims to have captured a transparent spirit on their security camera. As the uploader moves through the frame, a brief glimpse of a shadowy figure crosses the screen and then disappears into thin air. The transparent figure has a humanoid shape, but appears smoky and light. It's a mysterious and unusual encounter, raising questions about its paranormal nature. Which one of these trail clips did you find the most fascinating? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and also subscribe to my channel.